Everybody's doing well. My name is I like that. I'm gonna do that again. My name is Ruslan. You know you made it when you got your own drop. We're gonna be listening to the best music you've never heard in your life. I promise you, you're gonna love it. The King's Dream Patreon community is here with me live, and maybe if we hit 100 likes, we'll do some freebies. We'll see what the vibes are like. But before we go any further, guys, I gotta drop the intro.
I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need help. Ooh, I don't need nothing else. Every time I'm with you, yo, it's something else. It's a fact, and it's nothing else. Got your hand out, you don't even need help. Ooh, that's right. I don't need nothing else. That's right.
What's going on? It's Ruslan with KingsDreamENT.com. This channel exists to encourage, empower, inspire you, inspire people to live God's dream for their life. What you are experiencing is our Fan Love Friday music review with the most talented online community in all the universe, the King's Dream Patreon community, live here with me in the Zoom right now. We're going to be giving them feedback. I get it. Music is subjective, art is subjective, but here what we try to do is give you guys objective feedback based on a couple variables. What are we looking for? Is the mix good? Are you in tune if you're singing? Are you on beat if you're rapping? Are you monotone? Are you changing the cadences? Does it sound like you're reading your lyrics off your phone? That is what we're getting into. I'm snacking, just so you guys know. I'm not trying to be rude, but I am snacking a little bit of popcorn. And we're going to get right into it, man. So if you're watching this live, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Turn the bell notification on. Because why not? Help us with the algorithm, right? I've been having a blast doing the YouTube. It's been super fun. We just cracked 23,000 subscribers today, and that's because of all you fantastic people. So thank you guys for being here, man. Really appreciate everybody being here. So I'm going to go through basically how this works. I'm going to go through the folks that are in the Zoom call first, and then we're going to go back and do some of the folks that are not in the Zoom call, and we're going to do it in that order. So first up, we have the homie 350 Music, who's here. He been on fire lately, so that's
what's up, man.
That's exciting. Excited to hear his new. Oh shoot, hold on, let me fix the link. Give me 1 sec, boss. I'm gonna pin you up here in just a sec.
You good, man?
Boom. Guys, if you're here, just know it always helps if you turn your camera sideways. You could fill more of the screen for me. There you go. Perfect. And 52 Thesis featuring Abel, Sane, and Truther. Let's go.
Yeah, Patreon.
Yeah, they say the greatest is among them. I ain't a man. I'm from the kingdom. We walk and go with toes in the sand. I'm from the dirty south, dirty mouth. Mama had to scrub it out. Daddy had to beat it out. Grandpa prayed the demons out. Back then I would breathe the loudest, scream the loudest. I hope you're proud of Mike. I grab the mic to make my streets the proudest. I'm the truth, man. Martin Luther would've played my tape to write his thesis. That's 52, man. I'm out my reasons. I'm a paranoid boy that pops some pills to keep us cool. Whenever kind of pass my time, I find some ways to break my rules. Y'all just socially constructed. I find my beast to bust with. I'm on the streets to pray, all on the streets to make a buck quick. Y'all don't know. Back up off me, living this with the quotes. I feel the ghost. Dripping the most, my tears can feel the coast. I feel some hope. I feel the shoes about to drop. Yeah, I keep my views up on the rock.
Yeah.
Rock.
Shout out 350. Look, your birdie easy, you the one I put my weight on. Your love is patient, you the one that I will wait on. You're the truth, you are what my foundation laid on. Rooted and grounded, can't wait for that trumpet sound in the clouds. They roll like a scroll, making way for all of your glory. Excitement flows through my bones, I anticipate going home. And the people crying and asking the trees and mountains to fall while we boldly stand in your presence, yeah, okay, rapido. I can't wait till my body go. But while I'm here, Lord, won't you use me? Show me the lies so they don't seduce me. Remember that day when you introduced me to the truth? But of course you do, cause you don't forget. Only my sin, that's when I repent. I'm too smart to trust intellect. I mean, sometimes I might live without, but I guarantee that I'll die believer. I'm a leaver, legacy, I gotta focus heavily. I got Jesus who the head of me and he ahead of me. My tendencies are an enemy, but I hear his voice and it's telling me, yeah.
The day's getting closer, gotta keep my focus. Jesus coming soon, sleep with one eye open. The world's getting worse, don't know how they coping. But he coming for his people, you know I've been hoping. Yeah, you know I've been hoping. He coming for his people, you know I've been hoping. Yeah, you know I've been hoping. He coming for his people, you know I've been hoping.
Yeah, I don't assign time to pray, it's a constant conversation. Yeah, I feel that I've never really been complacent. The same communicator, but I'm different with the Asian. Take it off like a rocket, all in my pocket. I'm off the deck, I often get like this. When the rhythm right, my veins are like ices. Yeah, frozen heat. Demons only waking way up when I go to sleep. Occurring in person's the person that I hope to be. I still stand even when I stand still. I kinda wanna be healthy, but I'm feeling so ill. My whole feel is turning windmills to burning fields to make you feel everything you can't see, but I can be there every day of your life. So hand me a double-edged pen so I can write it out gladly. Speaking the life what I've been reading and writing. I'm just trying to make y'all see what I'm fighting. I lived and sleep with the lightning, now I'm like next to a beach, fully aware of the people that I'm expected to reach. Learning to love loudly so that there ain't no confusion, because if silence is compliance, I'll infect it with speech. Yeah.
I heard they listening, got them hooked like I'm the fisherman. That meditation with the truth break the social conditioning. I bet they wonder what's the point of pinning this. They acting venomous, looking for the benefits. Lucky I'm feeling generous, cause I'm made in the image. I'm fearless, I stand with a village to kill the villains. I'm stronger than all the krillins, I'm feeling myself. Not good for the health, so I disappear with the self. That means I'm moving with the quickness to avoid the witnesses. I'm out my business, or better yet, my father's corporation. I made accommodations to deal with the hate, and now I'm nominated to write up the press release for the placement with the cross around my neck. I can't be complacent, I'ma make it.
Bro.
Explicit.
Straight bars, son. Straight bars.
Yeah, man, that's all the Patreon community, by the way. For everybody to
Missing
know.
a verse from me, though. I would have appreciated an invite. Hey, we got an open 16 for you and make it a 5-minute song. But I like it, man. It's not mixed, right? I'm guessing it's not mixed.
It's a rough mix, bro.
Yeah.
I barely got all the verses this week.
Dope.
So,
Well,
but,
kudos to you for collaborating. I think you should drop it as if you could get everybody as a primary release and plan it as a joint release and everybody cross promotes, you guys might be able to really get your numbers up. Like, everybody's following engages, you know? That's a little marketing tidbit.
Right.
The only thing I wish you guys would have done different on this is I wish you would have used more negative space and more beat mutes. Like letting the lines cut through and cutting the beat when the good lines hit. You know what I mean? You guys did a little bit of that, but I think on a record like this, it could break up the instrumental and just like the groove of it by just adding a lot of bass bass cuts. If that makes sense.
right. Yeah, that was on me. I gotta go back in and do more of them, I guess. Cause, you know what I mean? But yeah, appreciate that, man.
Hey, man, great job, bro. Y'all killed it. Y'all
Thank
killed
you,
it.
bro.
I love seeing stuff like this.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's the homie 350 with the squad. With the whole squad. All right. Where my man Sammy at? All the way from NYC. I met Sammy in real life. Cool dude.
Yo.
I'm gonna get you track started. Just go and mute yourself for now. Yeah. Okay, with Shaiwan, let's go.
King City. Get out my face with the bow-ish. Came back in the game with a full clip. AK touch spray for the masses. I'm about to spit game on this pulpit. Haters better go take a backseat. Got an archangel hit it back me. Had a few bumps while on the journey, but I don't need gas, got speed. Back in the game, don't got time, few lanes. I was down this shit, now I'm up with the gain. I fought through the pain I made. I was saying what's in a mundane, but still unashamed. Go through the chain, say cool to the flame. Got no one to blame, but the Lord for the drain of my life is the same. My God is good, he's never gonna change. I'ma go beast mode. Coming in straight out the East Coast. They skate through a bunch of the punch though, but you already know that I eat those. You stay high, can't fly though, but God after no idols. Evangelize can't be idle when the culture will sound like a rifle. Yeah, I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. Yeah, I'm just shooting these free throws. Coming in straight out the East Coast. Yeah, I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode.
Run
running this lane, Nike Adidas. I got the flame, I got fajitas. Driving insane, not a two-seater. Drinking holy water, not a 2-liter. Dog, I'm really gonna teach him a lesson, dog. I got the flow with the S's, dog. Then I come back in the session, dog. From the east, south, and western. God's child, I ain't me, boy. Hesitated from the decoy. Living life ain't free, boy. Bruce Lee, no Leroy. You don't understand my passion. All you do is rap and cash it. Pushing buttons, then you fasten. You was great, that was past tense. Tell me get hype now. 2020 in the sight now. Cooking this flow in the studio. You want some food? Bite down. I gotta pledge allegiance. Pray to my God, good evening. Why you get mad every season? You got a problem that's there, no reason. Yeah, don't even try me. It's not a game, no hobby. I don't chill in the lobby. Is you good? Probably. I run and I slide. I don't scared, I don't hide. Fillet with it, then I glide. I make threes from the side.
I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. I'ma just shooting these free throws. Coming up straight out the East Coast. Yeah, I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode. I'ma go beast mode.
All right, Sammy, quick question for you, bro. Were you reading your lyrics? Were you reading these off a phone?
I don't fully remember, honestly.
Okay, so first thing, I think you need to re-record your vocals on this. They sound a little sloppy, and there's parts that definitely sound like you're reading. I also feel like you need to punch more. You can start slurring your words when you're trying to do these long takes, and then it starts sounding a little mumbly at times.
Okay.
So I would re-record your verse. I would punch more. I would get somebody to mix this for you because the mixing is a little suspect around your vocals. Like your vocals are really hot. They don't sound compressed. It doesn't sound like there's de-esser on it. And yeah, it just feels way too loud for me. And I think Truth in the chat just said that as well. And then I also feel like this beat sounds unfinished until Shaiwan comes in. Like,
The drain of my life, the same. My God is good. It's never gonna change.
y'all need to bring that snare in sooner because it don't got a snare. It just feels mad like I'm waiting for it to drop for like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So bring that snare. Did you make the beat or who made the beat?
A friend of mine.
Okay. Yeah, he got to really listen and structure his like beats in a way that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This sequence that you rapped over,
I'ma go beast mode. Coming in straight out the East Coast.
it literally sounds like you rapped over an intro loop for like 2 minutes. And then when Shaiwan comes in, it has this really cool snare.
I don't chill in the lobby. Is you good? Probably. I run and I slide.
Like that sounds dope. I would also change the hi-hat sound. That's a real, like, kind of weird high-pitch hi-hat sound. Everything just feels real loud on this, like, from a mixing standpoint. It just all feels in my face. So I would find somebody that's a co-mixer, co-engineer that can kind of bring the track to life. I would re-record your vocals. I would punch a lot, like every 2 bars. I did a video today. It's on Patreon, and it shows how I write. And you notice I punch every bar, if not every 2 bars. You got to really get in the groove of punching. Your vocals are going to sound way cleaner. You're not going to sound like you're reading as much. And here, you just sound a bit sloppy at times. It sounds like you're reading. The beat doesn't sound finished. It's not bad, but it definitely doesn't sound like it's done. It sounds like an idea and not like something that's ready to go on Spotify, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I would go back to it, spend another session or 2 on it, see if you can find a mixer, help you finish it. Add a snare, maybe change the hi-hat out. I know I'm giving you a whole lot, so you can go back and watch, you know, the feedback here. But yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Sammy King, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Now listen, I usually never do this ever for anybody, but because this is one of the day one Patreon supporters. Wait, did he leave? I think Philip left. My man Philip tried to ask if he can go first and then just bounce. That's whack. No, I guess we're not doing Philip. All right, let me get back to the order then. Philip, if you get, I don't know what happened to Philip, but anyway, this man straight bounced. What is going on? Anyway, all right. Well, we're just gonna go to Noah then. Noah, I'm gonna pin you up. You keep yourself muted for now. Yo, shout out to you, Andrew Wilson. We know what's funny is I'm actually friends with Shad, and I just talked to him not too long ago. Forgot about what we talked about. Like, we DM'd maybe like after COVID. If you guys don't know who Shad K is, let's just listen to some Shad K real quick. You guys got to know who Shad K is. Everybody should know who Shad K is. This video is going to get demonetized. But if y'all don't know who Shad K is, I'm going to play y'all one of the dopest songs ever. Shad K beat Drake in a Juno Award. Drake, yes, Drizzy Drake. Shad K beat Drake in their Grammys. Check this out. This is Shad K, one of my favorite rappers who is a Christian. Everybody should know who Shad K is.
Watch out.
One of the craziest videos too.
Listen, when Abraham went to slash Isaac, in a sense he baptized him. Rabbi said don't trust them cash prizes. Same things that float your boat can capsize it. Tell the snakes they can take a hike like gas prices. No such things as halfway crooks or half righteous. Those who have eyes should act like it to help the sightless, seeking the light switch to see in the night with. We leading the lifeless. Sometimes I just want to play some shows, make some dough, take it home, lay in my bed and stay in my safety zone. But CeeLo said it best. I know too much and I owe too much to let it rest. Heard a voice say, hey, you never question when you get the blessing, so don't get vexed when your life is stressed. And I promised I'll be with you no matter what the issue, but there will be some issues to address. Listen to the girl in the dress.
I didn't promise you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gonna be some sunshine. The whole joint was him in reverse while the verse was playing normal, but he was walking backwards, and now it all makes sense. Now watch this. Now watch when it drops back in. This is crazy. So now this is him actually doing the verse.
Check it. I'm not in the zone. There's too much in the way. I weigh $2, and if I had 2 slugs to spray like rah-rah, Glenn Duck better block like Fagua. Make shots, poke his face like Gaga, but mama says forgive, so I'll give him that bar like a Mars, then let him live. The Mississauga continues. Brampton, while my DJ's lamping like Green Lantern. Sampling, mansion. Now I ain't rich as Richard Branson. I'm King Kong meets Vince Vaughn, and I play like a champion in my Monday ball league. Nah, be all week. 7 days of black power naps every 48 half hours. That's 24-star Jack Bauer. Can't cower when the rain falls, and it falls whether you're Gandhi and you're AWOL. Fall weather, but there's always a way, y'all. Make the call, no rain delay, play ball.
I didn't promise you a rose garden.
No.
So did y'all catch that? The whole joint makes sense backwards. He raps it one time. The whole joint makes sense backwards. Right? So he's walking backwards. It's played in reverse. And then it all connects. Okay? Those of you goofballs who say old school. Stop saying old school. Okay? Because this record is from 10 years ago. But it's still slapped today. Because timeless music is timeless music. Make great classic music. Stop saying old school. I can't stand it. I don't ever call my music old school. You call me old school, you're getting banned on this channel. I'm telling you that right now. Don't ever do that. Don't play yourself. Don't do it. But that's Shad K, one of my favorite rappers who is a Christian rapper. Christian, I don't know what he is, but he's amazing. I love Shad. I actually got a record with Shad that I'll play you guys maybe a little later. But in the meantime, I don't usually do this, but my man Philip asked to cut, which we don't usually do, but since Phil is a day one Patreon here, we're going to make an exception. And it looks like, tell me you're not driving. Tell me you're in the passenger seat. I can't tell when it's inverted. All right, just keep
I'm definitely in the passenger seat.
Okay.
I've just been on mute because my kids is making noise.
All right, for sure. Just keep yourself muted. I'm going to play the record. He says, shots fired, proclaim by myself and Vincent Charlo, 19 seconds if you want to skip. Thank you for telling me that. Submitted the original version with 40 bars straight through. The label I work with wanted to get an original version done for our album, so we created a new track, split it into 2 verses. Dope! The beat vocals had not been mixed at all, and the vocals need re-recording. Okay, so this is just rough.
If you consuming black art and streaming black music, benefit from black inventions but ignore black weeping, then you a hypocrite. We've been through this cycle so many times that I'm sick of it. Cell phone footage telling stories, we in the thick of it. They killed Armand in broad daylight with a shotgun. Pot blade rage and left them to die in the hot sun. Tell me how I'm supposed to respond other than screaming in pain, shaking my fist in his grave. You understand if that was me in a white shirt and them tan shorts? I'm not expecting y'all to ask about what I'm there for, or why I was jogging, or who started it. Pardon my French, what the hell does that have to do with the conversation when a person is dead? That's why my hand don't pledge, that's why my knees stay bent. With 3 months with no arrest don't make no doggone sense. It's make America great, but who is it great for? We're sleeping in the bed that my ancestors was raped on, and even to this day we endangered. I walk around my country but treated like I'm a stranger. No record, still clutching on your purse when I walk in the elevator. You love my entertainment but can't stomach my anger. Shots fired. This is sickening. We hit the streets picketing, the cameras make it viral, politicians get their snippets in, the news calms down with it, and we all move on until we see the same scenario again, and then we all get on the merry-go-round. That's our reality. Hard to trust the course with 6 months for Brock Turner and life for Centoya Brown Long. Bullets for Amadou, spine fractures and Freddie Gray. Sandra Bland's mugshot is haunting people every day. Can you respect our pain? Can you believe our facts? You finna raise your fists, or you gonna turn your backs? Who defends the undependable? How can you tell me the law's dependable when my life is expendable? Deafening silence from evangelical brothers, unashamed of the cross but ashamed to talk about race. Y'all make us look ridiculous, ineffective, insipid, irrelevant, and overall a mockery to the marketplace of thought. Yes, I'm coming hard, our witnesses in jeopardy. And where's your heart when jogging can be the death of me? Some of y'all afraid that speaking up will cause a riot. You need to be concerned with who left your faith from your silence.
Yo, the punchlines on this are crazy. The beat is really dope. I love the content. I think I wish there was just something in between that kind of glued it together. Not necessarily like a chorus, but just like a word or a phrase or something you could say to just kind of glue the whole record together. But other than that, I think this is on wax one of the best things I've heard from you, because you do really well live, but I don't think I've heard you rap this well on a recording before, like a studio.
It's been like the challenge of the year for me. I'll keep it that. It's like make how I sound in the studio, how I sound in front of people.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Nah, we definitely not done. Like, we're not gonna add too much to the beat itself.
Yeah.
But we want to. But that's exactly what my friend who was producing it was saying. Like, we just. This is like a full night's worth of work. We just up to like 5 in the morning.
Okay.
We had work the next day.
Yep.
So it was kind of like, all right, let's stop at one point so it can make sense. But yeah, man, it's exciting, man, because it's an album that we've been releasing in singles, and they wanted me to get like an original version of the song because they really like what I did. But they was like, yeah, we gotta get an original. So I'm not gonna, you can't sell the Duffy beat. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's been interesting, man.
That's awesome, man. No, I love it, bro. Congratulations. I'm glad you found like a pocket to finally, to finally like express your way and express yourself on wax. That just sounds really complimentary to what you do. I'm gonna post his name in the YouTube chat. You guys could look him up. His name's Philip. I always butcher his last name. How you say your last name? Philip Joubert? Joubert. You French, Joubert. That sounds like
I am.
That sounds like an ice cream.
You acting like my last name is hard. I can't say your last name. I can see it.
Joubert sounds like an ice cream my wife will send me to the store to get.
That's fair.
Joubert. I love it. Bro, you're doing a killer job, man. Congratulations. I'm glad you found a pocket. The production sounds great. Yeah, I can't wait to see how this sounds when it's done, bro.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Now I'm coming back to Noah AG. As you guys know, Noah's just getting started with music, guys. This is like ground floor, okay? So I'm going to be gracious with our feedback. He did a collaboration with somebody he met.
We are the light. God gives us sight. He lights a path to the night. He also lights a path in the day. He will always stay. We are the light, with God's light we shine bright. God is always here to show us the way. When He enters your heart, He is always there to stay. And the Lord may use you to be an image bearer. Yeah, He's here to comfort us during our terror. Yeah, He forgives even though we have errors. Jesus said we are the light of the world, a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. Yo, life is like a wine. Our sins are not hidden from God, but even though we sin, we trip and fall. God wants us to answer our call, and that is to be a light that shines bright for Him, for the Lord. Oh yeah, He is the G.
Yeah, Young J.
We are the light.
Jesus said, "Really better the world." Yeah, my team.
Noah, this is surprisingly like better than last week. You did something different. I don't know what you did different, but it sounds like you're growing, even if it's incrementally. What I really want you to focus on is I really want you to focus on how to get your microphone to sound right. Something in your recording process sounds a little off. Like maybe you're holding the mic backwards or something just sounds really muffly. Maybe you're too close to it. I can't put my finger on it. So what I want you to do is just spend a little time this week to actually troubleshoot how you're recording. If you're too close, if it's the gain is too loud, something's weird, or try to add a little bit equalization to it, a little bit of EQ. But something feels off just in the recording, and I want to get more specific with you, but I think we just got to say, okay, let's just get the recording right. You have actually improved in terms of your lyrics. Like that first thing you did was just kind of like a complete freestyle. This one you actually, I could tell you wrote some of it down, and there's some more focus here. So this week, I want you just to focus on getting your microphone right. Okay, so it's going to take you some time to go on YouTube, look up other people that have the same microphone, and let's just focus on that. Combination of things you could troubleshoot. You might be too close. The diaphragm might be backwards, so like you might have the microphone actually backwards. I've actually done that before. You guys might think that's wild, but it'll noticeably sound weird. The gain might be too loud on your interface, so it might be distorting. And you might just need to back up and just add a little equalization and cut the lows out of your vocal just a hair, so it doesn't sound so muffly. And just keep practicing on recording. Try to spend a little bit of time troubleshooting and learning your equipment. I think once you do that, that's going to be the springboard to kind of fine-tune your overall writing and creating process. But let's just get the quality presentable first. So you think you could work on that this week, Noah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. But good job, bro. You put in some work this week, man. I'm proud of you. You definitely we've definitely improved. Surprisingly, you improved. I wasn't sure if you were going to improve or not, and you definitely improved. So good job.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That's Noah AG. That's his first collaboration this week too, which is actually also very exciting. We're gonna keep this thing moving. We got Chris. I don't think Chris is here. Delete. Is Chris here? Chris is not here, right? Chris Civils. All right. Deleted Ego live in full effect. I created him his own ad lib.
Had your kids, had your wife.
He don't even need it.
Explicit.
He don't even need it no more. He don't even need it. He cleaned up his hair. He got a new haircut. He looking good. Let's jump into it. It's exciting. Learning how to be myself. I just wanted to rap and make it straight to the point. Let's go.
I'm asking where the passion at, but they don't ever ask for that. Spreading negativity, but they don't make a mask for that. The least that you can do is cover up, then shut up after that. Don't really wanna hear it. I am never showing fear, but what I show, they always fear it. I can feel it in my bones, the passion surging through my spirit. My mind forever occupied with thoughts that I've been thinking about the day that I will have to die and what I did before it. Every thought is an assortment, a collection of a broken man with hope I can restore it. Been broke if money's happiness, I really can't afford it, but I know that we create it. It is all inside the mind. How many times I gotta state it? I'll repeat that very message till my mind decides to take it. It is all inside the mind. I know my life was built for greatness. Pop a few a leaf so I alleviate the pain. If I really do believe in me, then you should do the same. Every tear will soon evaporate. The proof is in the rain. We are only who we claim to be. Who is it that you claim to be? If I don't at least try, my future self would be ashamed of me. Forget about the past.
That's a bar. Hold on.
The present would be ashamed of me. For to be, if I don't at least try, my future self would be ashamed of me. Forget about the past and only focus on the present. Me can't worry about tomorrow. I'm alive and breathing presently. I don't have the accolades or any recognition. I know that I'm lacking plays, but I'm not lacking intuition. I've been stacking up my wisdom, taking action with my passion. So I'm passionately adamant. This battle that I'm battling, self-hatred and self-love don't work together. Try to balance it. Knowledge of myself has been the one and only catalyst for catapulting growth. Sail the 7 seas until my seeds begin to grow. Step onto the beach, I feel the sand between my toes. I was learning how to float, but now I'm swimming upstream. I am the captain of this boat, don't need another to instruct me. I'm not taking any classes, but I'm learning how to love me.
Yo, I love it. I love you over this jazzy lo-fi stuff. It's super dope. Bro, I really want you to lean into using mutes and cuts and chopping down a beat, like especially when you get into just wanting to do these like kind of longer verses. Cut the beat out. Cut the beat at like really interesting parts, right? Reverse parts of the beat, like chop the beat into like the last like quarter note or last eighth note. And if as you're hitting a punchline, instead of letting the snare ride, just reverse that last quarter note, eighth note. Just play with like the beat a bit more so that it just doesn't. It'll make it feel not as long. You know what I mean? Even though you're really bussing. But I'm trying to give you something that can be constructive in that, like, this is what I'm into. So as a creative, I like it, but I'm trying to consider the fan and, like, how do you keep their attention? You know, this is almost 2 minutes. How do you keep their attention for just straight 2 minutes? So I think if you did that, that would be dope. But this line right here, hold on, I got to pull it back. You had this one bar that I think is, like, really good. Let me find it. I think it's at 1 minute.
That you claim to be, if I don't at least try, my future self would be ashamed of me. Forget about the
if I don't at least try, my future self will be ashamed of me. Oh man, some of y'all need to just like get that printed and create like a little Instagram graphic and laminate it and put it on your mirror every morning and look at that. If I don't at least try, my future self will be ashamed of me. That's a bar, bro. Killer job, man. Killer job.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I had a question, man. I actually shot my first visual today.
Hey.
I guess I'm new to like being in front of a camera, so I'm still kind of stiff and awkward a little bit.
Yes.
So like, what kind of helped you out? Kind of just being more, I don't know, how do you say, being more loose, I guess. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think don't feel like you have to be someone you're not in front of the camera. So I think off top, too many people try and do like rapper hands and body movements, and I don't think you need to do that. I think you sitting down, super close framing of just your face, the emotion on your face, and looking more like a short film. Initially, I think is gonna be a much better look than you trying to like rap all cool into the camera, especially if you don't feel comfortable yet, right? So lean into your strengths. I honestly, for me, it's really just about repetition, man. Like it's about repetition. It's about knowing who you are and also knowing who you're not. A lot of times, like, I know I'm not the cool guy that can dance really dope. Like, I'm not John Keith in a music video. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do the little dances that are all trendy and all that. Like, I'm just not that dude. So you're not going to see Ruslan trying to dance in a music video and do the wow, or like any of that. It's like, I'm not the TikTok dancer guy. And so I think you need to know who you are. So if you're not that guy, don't try to be that guy. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And I think it's probably going to be more about you containing your energy and then learning how to properly exude your energy. Another simple thing you could do is honestly do a scene with a mic stand and a mic in front of you. You know what I mean? And deliver something like you're a spoken word poet, right? Because this kind of has a poetry vibe to it, right? So do something like you're a spoken word poet and you're just like really rapping your heart out. For me, I actually learned to perform and get comfortable on stage by doing spoken word poetry because I felt like the mic stand gave me something to hide behind. And I know that sounds super weird.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it just gave me a barrier, right? And so then as I did that more, I got more comfortable with my hands. I got more comfortable with like projecting energy with my body, right? And so so that would be my recommendation to you. Or like, bro, go take some dance classes and like practice in front of a mirror. Like legitimately practice. We used to do that too. I'm gonna play you guys an old song. And me and Belief used to go to a dance studio and legitimately practice in front of a full-on mirror room and like watch our movements. You know what I'm saying? And he was always cooler than me with his like hands and his body movements and stuff like that. But that's the other side. Like, and it's not a like. I know that sounds like really like some boy band stuff. Like, yo, go learn to dance. You know what I'm saying? But that's not bad advice in this TikTok climate. Like, knowing how to dance is a very valuable skill. Like, Chance the Rapper is one of those guys. Like, he just knows how to dance. He just looks cool. That helps him a ton on social media, right? So you just kind of gotta know who you are. Go take a b-boy class. You know what I'm saying? That's a really cool way to get loose and get out of your body. And I used to do that, oddly enough. I worked at a teen center, and there would be some dudes that were like really good b-boys, breakdancers, and they would come through and they would let me like practice with them. And I was awful, but I was just able to get out of my head and like get loose with my body. So I would start just doing more cinematic storytelling stuff. Maybe try a shot with a mic stand in front of you. And then if you want to go more of like the modern route, then consider, you know, taking a dance class, taking a breakdancing class, right? Maybe you're not going to take like a full-on choreography dance class, but you could take a breakdancing class, and that'll loosen you up a bit.
Awesome.
But I feel like you skate though, so you have an edge because you could just do a scene on a skateboard and it's gonna look fire. Like if you're literally skating and just rapping, you don't gotta do nothing crazy with your hands. Literally just skate and rap and it's gonna look fire. Do that in every video. Like, boom, done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, hey, this is my first one. I'm only gonna get better. So
how did it go? How did the first video go?
It was dope, man. Dope. We did it at a cemetery, and you know we did it as respectfully as we could. So I mean, we got some cool shots, got some drone shots, got some cool stuff.
You gonna have it done next Friday for us?
I'm hoping so, and if I do, I'm gonna put it on here.
Let's go. I love it, man. Guys, Deleted Ego. Make sure you check him out. Follow him on all social media platforms. I'm gonna play you guys some throwback stuff. This is a song. I wish you would have shot a video to this. It's a record with me, Belief, and Shad K.
I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. It's for the beautiful in you. Because we know you're beautiful. It's for the beautiful in you. Cause we can see you're beautiful. Mom, you made food that would make me dream dreams of slave masters crying and big mamas singing. You give a southern taste to your touch, make a baby sing the blues and the black boy blush. I trust God enough to make the music blow up. So I be rapping and writing and scratching and stuff. I can't be a roughneck cause my brother's next up, and he's talented enough to make the beat hiccup. Pick up after yourself was what my pops was like. I wanna be like him in the way he loved his wife. And sis, I always need you in my life. Like tennis shoelaces, we always be tight. I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. It's for the beautiful in you. Because they know you're beautiful. It's for the beautiful in you. Cause we can see you're beautiful.
I appreciate that. Once upon a time way back, you ain't let me get away with jack. Like homie, don't play that. Living in living color, but trying to rock a gray hat. My head was covered, but I had no place to lay my head at. We fell off for a season, but we got back on track. From the broom to the silver spoon, can't go tip for tap. And I realized that sometimes you can't make it on your own. So you will always be welcome to my home. A manifestation of working hard for your family. Always there to understand me. As a man, you would brand me first as a hard worker, arm jerker, connected to my Armenian culture, but not vulgar. I stay sober and grow older, made me feel bolder to hold the world on my shoulders. Yeah, when it was getting too heavy, I reached out, you reached back and told me I was ready.
I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. I hope you're listening. How you doing? What? I appreciate you. It's for the beautiful in you. Because you know you're beautiful. It's for the beautiful in you.
Shad K.
I burn a candle at both ends to make this wax. I follow the footsteps to make these tracks. Strictly for the heads, I make these raps. Play a show so my DJ can make it scratch. I made this cut for cats and never made the cut and never got to play this and make it bump. I make a track heads relax to. 9 to 5 cats head nod in the office and send they facts to. For black dudes in a white world trying to make something. For black, brown, and white girls trying to shake something. Without somebody trying to say something lame to impress them, shut up and press the play button. I used to stay frontin' when I be drowsy. Late night flights that literally in the clouds be. Now I see the purpose, I work proudly. It ain't all about me, it's like this.
Hey, how you doing? What? I appreciate you. Hey.
So that's 2012, ladies and gentlemen. I think we did that record in 2011. That's Me, Belief, Shad K, produced by Exile. Exile did the Blue and Exile album. He did stuff for 50 Cent and Mobb Deep. So yeah, man, that was a really cool time. I would say for all you guys, so Truth said, I hate you didn't stick to this. Sounds super clean and dope. Listen, sometimes when you're trying to make music for the times, you aren't making timeless music. Okay, that's a bar. Sometimes when you're trying to make music for the times, you aren't making timeless music. Stick to what you're good at. Stick to what you are about. I was good at that. I am good at that. I still make music like that. Again, I did a live stream earlier today that's private on the Patreon. And I try to go into like a more commercial bag and a more auto-tune bag. And I played myself. And I made some kind of trash music after that I'm not super proud of. So do you guys. That's the moral of the story. Speaking of people who do them well, this is a brother that can really do both well. My man Conscience, who can make really good like wavy music and can rap. I got a verse from Conscience that's fire for my new stuff, man. That it's gonna blow a lot of y'all away. Let's get into this new jam. Jet lag.
Fly by, drive by, sky high, this ain't I buy. Cool breeze, I need a mic tie. This is my tie, my white lie. Okay, make me book a 9-5. This connection ain't no Wi-Fi. Yeah, line drive. Let me catch it on some wide eye. Grab a bag, I've been thinking LA. Put the seat way back, Pele. Know you like it outside, we'll do valet.
Hey. Like Sade. It's all the 90s references.
I'm about to work a late shift, fully Friday. Cause bunny cream put a sting like a latte. Like a latte. Prom, now you made my heart race. Stuck in the you made me saute. All of it, my mind has been a long day. Hugging my got you like some lingerie. You take it time, but I'm going to delay. I look like this girl, I don't want to wait. On the way. Grab a bag, girl, I've been thinking LA. Put the seat way back, Pele. Know you like it outside, we'll do valet. You an angel when you 50 like Sade. I had that shit wrong, you don't need it my way. I'm thinking parallel cruise on the eye. I'm about to work a late shift, fully Friday. Cause bunny cream put a sting like a latte.
Yo, that's the homie Conscious, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, don't sleep on the guy. He dropping a ton of music right now. Conscious, listen, I gotta get you out here so when I start rolling into new music videos, we do a video together where me and you is just at the skate park, because that's just like the coolest. You know, if I get you skating on our song and our music video, that's just like the illest treatment. You can never go wrong with shooting a music video at the skate park, bro.
You let me know I'm there.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Dope record. I think it's fire. I think you're fire. I think. How are you doing? I saw the visual you dropped for the Rapzilla contest. How did that go for you? First visual, right?
Well, that one was like third or fourth, but I kind of just, that was unique for me because I was just doing like one shot and I was doing some weirdo stuff because that's just how I am. But at this point, I've shot 4 music videos.
Let's go.
So I'm just post-producing them. I have 2 done, and then I'm finishing a 3rd and 4th one right now. I'm mostly trying to prioritize like the 15-second ads for Tone Den, because that's like a priority for me.
Yeah, man.
But I do have music videos done, so I'll probably submit one to you next Friday.
Let's go. Conscious in his music video bag. I freaking love it, bro. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, man. And the gimbal is working out well for you?
Yeah, it's so funny because like I'm a fresh fish in the water for filming. So the gimbal makes things very professional, but it also is very revealing of like the things I need to learn. So we're really just trying to like travel to as many places as possible to find cool spots. Because if you have a cool spot and you can work the camera, then you're golden.
Right.
And then just learning like time of day. So we're really just, that's like my new bag, man. Like just, I feel like a kid, like just starting from scratch, learning the filming thing, having fun doing it, getting a bunch of footage, chopping it up and trying stuff.
What are you editing in?
So I use Vegas Pro.
Oh yeah. I've worked on Vegas Pro before. Yeah, I've done a couple.
Editing's way easier. It's just like getting good locations, working the camera. You know, sometimes you film stuff, you go home and you're like, oh my gosh, that was trash. And then sometimes you stumble on great footage. So then there's like having the self-awareness to go back to the location and try again.
Yep.
And it's been a blast because I'm new at it. So it's refreshing to be humbled to like, this is a process I need to still conquer. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man.
Just trying to enjoy it and bring some friends out, and it's been cool.
Ah, man, that's so dope. I can't wait to see the new music video. Hey, shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. We're going to figure out a shoot for our joint together. I went back to it today. Thank you for resending me those vocals, by the way.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Conscious Hip Hop. Make sure you guys follow him on all platforms. Hey, speaking of amazing music videos, we got a joint, I think a music video from this brother for the first time, Shroud City.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Explicit.
In beautiful Hawaii. Let's go, Shroud City. Thank you for the super chat.
20,000 feet above the clouds, I'm dreaming. Seaside running through the wave, that feeling.
Hey.
Slow down, you don't need it. Slow down, you don't need it. 20,000 feet above the clouds, I'm dreaming. Seaside running through the wave.
Yo, the color grade on this is fire. You guys are seeing it with my LUT, which is kind of a bummer, but the color on this is really dope.
That feeling. Slow down, you don't need it. Slow down, you don't need it.
Still remember laughing while I'm nodding off. Floor as hard as coffin boxes, who'd have thought? Laying down, I hit the top. Remember mama talking.
So this is perfect right here. So Deleted Ego, if you're here, this is the vibe. He's not over here jumping around. He's not trying to be a dancer. He's not trying to be a TikTok star. Like, he's just telling a story. He's just sitting here telling us a story. It looks great, great location, great lighting, great color grade. Everything looks fire. This is the move right here. Too many folks try to go for the, I want to be the cool rapper guy, and that's a risk that some people win. But a lot of times, if you're not that guy in real life, it's better to just play it more conservative like he is, and it looks amazing.
God, scriptures in the parking lot. Hypocrite in training, I regurgitate my darkest thoughts. I just saw my boy, he talking about he wanna kill himself. Smoking trees, trying to find the root, he couldn't rip it out. Fingers frosty, what the hell, wish that he could see me now. Sometimes to numb the pain, you gotta be yourself. The weight is on my back, I keep
that's
moving
shot.
like an astronaut. You could pop the pill to boost yourself, but you ain't blasting off. Maybe if you took the time to heal instead of gassing out, you would have the peace of mind to be the real you missing out. But
live by a stone tablet, looking for the well where the dry sand is. Oh my, I just wanna fly away. I just wanna fly away.
Bro, if that's the hook, your singing sounds really cool on that, bro.
20,000 feet above the clouds, I'm dreaming. Seaside running through the wave, that feeling. Slow down, you don't need it. Slow down, you don't need it. 20,000 feet above the clouds, I'm dreaming. Seaside running through the wave, that feeling. Slow down, you don't need it. Slow down, you don't need it. You just put the nail in your own damn coffin. Guess if I was there, we'd still be talking. I see your face in the butterfly sunrise. Can't believe you gone away. You just put the nail in your own damn coffin. Guess if I was there, we'd still be talking. I see your face in the butterfly sunrise. Can't believe you gone away. You just put the nail in your own damn coffin. Guess if I was there, we'd still be talking. I see your face in the butterfly sunrise. Can't believe you gone away. You just put the nail in your own damn coffin. Guess if I was there, we'd still be talking. I see your face in the butterfly sunrise. Can't believe you gone away.
Oh, jeez. Well, gosh, I was really hoping for a nice redemptive ending, and that ended fairly dark. Goodness, yeah. I mean, video's fire. That, yeah, that was very well done, very well shot. I like the structure of the song. I like that it's short. Obviously, the quality of the video is dope. Yeah, that ending was pretty dark. But, yeah, man, very well done. I think I don't really got a ton of critique for you. I mean, your melodies are really cool. Your singing is really cool. I would say maybe the only thing is your voice sounds super clean on the second part of the hook where this comes in, and the stacks don't sound as clean to me. If I'm honest with you, that's me being very nitpicky. I'll play you the part that I think you're really like in your sweet spot singing wise.
I just wanna fly away. 20,000.
This right here.
I just wanna fly away. I just wanna fly away. 20,000 feet.
That vocal, whatever you did there, to me sounds way cleaner than the stacks. That would really be the only thing. So, okay, so you're doing this support to raise suicide awareness, and it is Suicide Awareness Month, Suicide Prevention Month. So that makes sense. He's tying it into what's happening right here. So in terms of the timing. Okay, let's see. I think Chris just hopped into the call. So I'm gonna come back to Chris. Great job, Shroud City. I'm excited you got a visual done. I think you got to get as many as you can and try to run some toned-in ads behind them. All right, so we got Chris. Chris, I'm going to pin you up here in a sec, champ. Demo version. A song I wrote called Somebody Else. Would love to get some feedback. All right, here we go. Feedback you shall get, my friend.
Look, I jump into the car, take a drive for some hours to reminisce upon every promise we shouted. Used to couldn't live without each other, but now we can't count the last time we've meditated on the last time. Who knew we'd make a pastime of licking all our wants? Somebody's bringing up your name, I feel like it's too soon, man. I swear I used to live to be the life of the party. Now the pressure to keep it together's never been harder, man.
And I know what it's like to have it all and kill a good thing. I can't believe the fight that I put up to wake up my dreams. You knew me better than I could ever know myself, but I chose to push you away and choose somebody else.
That horn is crazy.
I never meant to hurt you, no, 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 no.
I put your heart in the blender, I threw your soul on the floor. So busy copping offenses, I could buy wood by the boat. No need to rally your senses quick, that I was in the wrong. I'm in the valley where bones are crawling and clout in my lungs. I know your sympathy's low, and right now my image is tainted. Right now my friends are all claiming I'm the one.
My dream thing and kill a good thing. I can't believe the fight
that I put up to wake up my dreams. You knew me better than I could ever know myself, but I chose to push you away and choose somebody else. Oh, I can't believe I hurt you. No, 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 no.
Yo, good job on this joint. The production on this is crazy. I really, really like your rapping, your tone of rapping, the cadences you're using. I think the singing on this needs some work, and I don't know if it's a simple pitch correction trick, if it needs to be re-recorded, or if you just need to not stack like that, because you got this weird, like, stereoed out stack, and it's kind of old school. Like, I think you should get a cleaner take and either do it with some like waves tune in your headphones so you could hear when you're going sharp. So you're either going sharp or flat at some of the higher notes. So I think the singing could be substantially better. And again, I would probably re-record it with auto-tune, print it dry, so it prints dry, and then go in and pitch correct it with like a Melodyne and use harmonies to sprinkle in. You guys can't hear, you guys are listening to everything in mono, by the way, so you can't hear this, how stereoized the vocal is. And then if you're gonna go stereo, if you're gonna go stacks, sprinkle them in. You got your entire lead stacked, and it just sounds weird like that, as stereo as it is, and you're flat and sharp at a couple parts. So I would redo the singing part and just get the track mix better. Get somebody like a really, really, really pitch correct for you, or learn Melodyne. If you want to sing, I mean, that's just a good strength to have, is like Melodyne. That's a whole art in it of itself, like to make stuff pitch corrected but sound natural. Everybody uses pitch correction now, just so you guys know. It's very, very common. And I'm not talking auto-tune, I'm talking pitch correction. It's different. Melodyne is extremely powerful, so I would look at that. If you want to make this kind of music, I would look at investing in getting Melodyne. And just be doing warm-ups from YouTube and just singing regularly, just to kind of getting your voice more comfortable with hitting some of those higher notes. But all in all, man, this is dope. Like the style of production, the style of instruments, your cadences, it's all like very well executed. So killer job.
Appreciate that. Yeah, when I went into record it, that's really what took it down to just a demo. I had like Wingstop like 30 minutes before the session. You notice I just moved to LA this year, so I had to sell all my equipment. So I've been kind of, as I build up, depending on other people's kind of time in studio. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a demo. We gonna work on it over time. So I want to get definitely some feedback from you.
I feel it. You said you just moved to LA?
Yeah, back in I think we just hit 4 months out here.
What part of LA are you in?
Man, so right now we're in Glendale, but when we came out here, we were in Hollywood. So I'm kind of looking at trying to get settled somewhere between either West Hollywood or downtown.
What brought you to LA?
Man, a couple of things, man. So I don't know if you knew this. We could chop it off offline, but so kind of planning and launching our ministry out here. My wife and I are both pastors, so we kind of taking the helm there. We worship, you know what I'm saying? So we're, trying to really collaborate with some people, push some envelopes. I'm gonna send you some acoustic stuff in the next few weeks.
So you guys planted a church, or you guys are out there to be a part of a church plant, or you're gonna be worship pastors at a church?
Planted it. We've been a part of like the startup team for the last 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Like 80% of our team is en route to London, so we're kind of taking the headquarters to LA.
Wow.
And yeah, man. So we just out here networking, grinding. Yeah, man. That's what brought us out here. Obviously, other entertainment ventures. I was signed modeling and stuff like that. I know some agencies out here, so just whatever I can get my hands into while we're here, man.
I love it, man. Most people are trying to leave LA right now. Y'all going into LA. I guess y'all get out of California. So
yeah.
God bless you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, shoot me a DM, man. I'm about an hour and a half south of LA, so we could potentially meet up, grab something to eat or something sometime.
Legit, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, so when you did that contest joint back like a couple years ago, and I put that line in LA, that was like legit, like.
Let's go. Let's go, man. I love it, brother. That's awesome. Well, congratulations on the move, man. I see you got your stuff in the back right here. You got some.
Man. And I refuse to take this stuff out until we get a settled spot, man.
I feel it.
Not refuse. So
Word
yeah.
up. Cool, man. Good stuff, brother. I'm excited to hear more stuff from you, man. Give me a shout when you get settled in.
Legit, for sure.
All right. We're going to keep this thing moving. We got the homie Big Juicy Dame. Big Gucci Dame. I just called him Big Juicy Dame. That's somebody else. Big Gucci Dame. Let's check him out. Make sure I didn't skip anybody. Nope. Still in order. All right. All right. I'm excited. He's been experimenting. He's early on in the process, already doing all kinds of different styles. Big on finding his voice, man. So let's check you out. No Danny Phantom, FTKC Master. This is it, final. This is the final one. This is it. Your engineer's tired of you. This is it. It's final.
Talking Danny Phantom, you get the Holy Spirit, man, you gotta put your hands up. Song for that chopper, so you better run them bands up. Think you're really strong, look what happened to the Samson. Look what happened to the Samson.
Hey.
Look what happened to the Samson. Hey. Never had no ransom. Hey. Shoot the demon, Danny Phantom. From Miami, I ain't tripping about my family. My life ain't a movie, but my story got me happy. They chasing checks. Man, I'm chasing God. If it's something that you want, man, you gotta go far. I said far. My chopper is my Bible, when I aim it, pitch it hard. God really love you from the jump, from the start. So pick your head up, dish your feet and take it off. Shawty really believe in goals, we ain't talking Danny Phantom. When you get the Holy Spirit, man, you gotta put your hands up. Song for the chopper, so you better run your bands up. You really think you strong, look what happened to the Samson. Ay, never had no ransom. Ay, shoot the demon, Danny Phantom. Ay, never had no ransom. Ay, I've been skating from my sin, just like Robins. My Jesus blood made me clean and I.
Yeah, that's you on the first verse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I like it. I actually really like it. The vibe is crazy. The auto-tune sounds good. The mix is good. There's one line I feel like you compromised on. I'm gonna point it out, and I feel like you was lazy on it, okay? And I'm only telling you this because this whole joint is crazy dope, but I'm gonna pick it apart. Just one line. Let me find it.
Still about my family. My life ain't a movie, but my story got me happy. They chasing checks. Man, I'm chasing God. If it's something that you want, man, you gotta go far.
If it's something that you want, man, you gotta go far. It's one too many syllables. You're chasing checks. I'm chasing God. Something you want. Chasing checks. Hold on. Chasing checks. Chasing God. Something you want. And bar. Like you hit one too many syllables there. I'll play it for you one more time.
Got me happy. They chasing checks. Man, I'm chasing God. If it's something that you want, man, you gotta go far.
It shouldn't go no far. It shouldn't go. You're late. It's chasing checks, chasing God. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Right there. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing, and I feel like you just kind of you didn't catch it the way I would have preferred you to catch it. It just felt a little lazy. Maybe you did it on purpose though. Maybe it's supposed to be a vibe. I don't know. But the rest of it was so wavy and so dope. Your mixing is on point. Your like the hook had a really cool vibe to it. And what's cool about this is that the hook, this is like one of those times, one of those exceptions where like it's just such an overtly Christian concept, but it doesn't feel cheesy or churchy in the least bit, which is very tricky to do. And I think it's because of the drip that y'all threw on it, the auto-tune, with a beat, the sound selection, the other words you're packaging with Samson and Phantom, right? So there's a lot of like, it's very Christian, but it doesn't feel like a churchy anthem record. You know, so this hook, I think, is really what glues it together. I'm going to play it one more time.
I said far. Shawty really believe in goals, we ain't talking Danny Phantom. When you get the Holy Spirit, man, you gotta put your hands up. Song for the chopper, so you better run your bands up. You really think you strong, look what happened to the Samson.
And then you let it breathe, which is really cool. Look, Samson, and then the beat breathes.
Look what happened to the Samson. Never had no ransom. Shoot the demon, Danny Phantom. Never had no ransom.
brilliant. Come on, man. Come on, man. You found your pocket, bro. You found your pocket. I love it. I think it's dope. I think
appreciate you.
What did no, he didn't say what did Adam do to Samson. He said look what happened to Samson. Samson in the Bible, chick deceived him, Delilah, Samson in that. Hey, Eximio, you know your Bible. Stop capping. I don't know if he's serious or not. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's fire. I think yeah, I think it's super dope, bro. I think if you could do stuff like this and really just keep refining this sound and make it more and more of your own sound, from the production to the way your auto-tune sounds, get some cool visuals for it, you know what I mean, that it could really like position you to build an audience in this lane where, like, yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I try to make things a little different. Like, I didn't want to have the typical churchy sound, but also wanted to have something that people can just like it and just jam to it. Just I didn't want to have the typical, just like the churchy, because like people will call that corny, I guess you can say that. I guess people try to call that corny, but then I'm just like, you know, I want to do something, try to do something different.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, use your advice with, like you said, the engineers. So like, I hit up engineer this time.
Nice. So you got an actual engineer on this one.
Yeah, I got an actual engineer for this one.
Dope.
I listened to your advice because you said, since I'm still new on the main, but while I'm still learning, you said that I might as well still hit up the engineer one. So that way, sooner or later, that way, when I learn over time, that I won't no longer need the engineer because I'll know. So, you know.
Exactly. So. There you go, man. Let's go. Let's go. We making dreams reality over here, man. Great job, bro. Big Gucci Dame, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We got Scassi. Hopefully I said that right. Scassi back in the mix. Mix and mastered by him. And then we got some heavy hitters coming up too, guys. So don't you go nowhere. If you're watching this live, man, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Please, don't play yourself. All right, here we go. I'm excited to hear this.
Bounce, rock, roller, skate. I'm that bitch you love to hate. We been stuck as your kids, as your wife. Bounce, rock, roller, skate. I'm that bitch you love to hate. We been stuck inside, but at least I'm feeling great. Feeling good, feeling blessed. Logged in to Netflix. Stimulus, check hit. I'm getting reckless. Little by little by little. Call me Malcolm in the middle. Cause I forgot my old life. Out here living for the likes, for the likes, for the likes. Toby told me moisturize. Soak that summertime. This year got me feeling dry. So dry, so dry, so dry. I'm finna lose my mind. Okay, screw that summertime sadness. Woke up this morning feeling better.
Yo, which verse is yours, Scassi?
Actually, I'm not even on this song. This is I just mixed and mastered it.
Oh, okay, dope. Okay, whoever the second verse is fire. Whoever came in on that second verse is super dope. Let me pull this back.
Summertime sadness. I'm finna lose my mind. Okay, screw that summertime sadness. This morning feeling better than I have been. Summer baby waking up, it's so standing. The sun won't be down forever, doing better than average. So I'ma party, live it up, up. All my problems, throw it up, up. Call my dog on the Skype, throw it up. I ain't tripping yet, the summer's going up. 93015, you can feel the vibe. Thank God I'm alive, yeah, my spirit's high.
Is that NATO on the first part? The other voice is NATO?
It's NATO on first verse and second verse.
Got it.
Hey, baby, one more time. Fine, I'm Baby Spice. She can have whatever she like. Eat it up, appetite. Very crisp, apple pie. Gotta count my calories. Get that money, salary. Baby said she down for me. Mama said she proud of me. I don't care about manners. I ain't got no answers. These just my rock star stanzas. We get a mention. They ain't pay attention. But we grind. Cause we got the blessing. Screw that summertime sadness. Woke up this morning feeling better than I have been. Summer baby waking up, it's so standing. The sun won't be down forever, doing better than average. So I'ma party, live it up, up. All my problems, throw it up, up. Call my dog on the Skype, throw it up. I ain't tripping yet, the summer's going up.
Yo, the mix sounds great on this, man. I love the mixing. I really like the chorus. I think the you know, just the vibe of it is fun. It's a perfect summer record. I think I think the only thing you're gonna have to do is are you vocal processing and pitch correcting and doing the auto tune as well?
I am. A lot of that process is just actually working with NATO on that stuff.
Yep.
He still kind of struggles with it a little bit,
Yep.
learning that stuff. We do it in the headphones, all that stuff. I manually pitch and everything.
Perfect.
It's just a process every time. I always coach him up on how to hit that. So he's still learning.
Yeah, that's really gonna be my only critique is like you're gonna have to kind of vocal produce him almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard, man, because it's kind of like, he's just like, what's your vision? What's and I'm just like, man, I just want you to be you. But here's what
I would do. Find some artists that sing in a similar tone as he does, right? So he has a lower register. He has like a he's not a tenor, he's like a baritone bass, right?
Yeah, a little bit lower.
And that's hard to do with autotune. The higher your voice is, the vibier it is and the cooler it sounds. When you got like a darker, richer voice like he does, and this is why I've never really gotten into autotune. Like my voice is just too deep in terms of like where I can hit notes at. I'm a baritone, right? So I would say you do some research. You really dive deep into that world and find some artists that are kind of like Future, like that wave of like a deeper register. And like, because there's more than just Future, right? I'm not super deep in that scene.
Yeah.
And let him marinate and listen to what they're doing, and you also kind of study how they're doing the auto-tune. And I feel like if you guys could kind of like really understand how to, because you're gonna have to process his voice way different than the other singers. The other singer sounds great. So that would really be my only critique, man. Is like you're gonna have to really do some like serious engineer juju to get him to pop off and get him comfortable. We always have this
talk. I sometimes I'll even tell him, I'm like, man, it's like it's hard to teach that stuff because it's like the person's got to feel it. It's that you know what I mean? It's that stuff that we just can't see.
It's the sauce, bro.
Exactly, bro. But even though it's something you can't like tell, you can't really teach them. I tell them just we're gonna work on it, we're gonna keep going. So
and here's something to think about, and I don't know if Nato's watching this. And by the way, the artwork is fire. Thanks for pointing that out, Gio.
Shout out to Juzo for that.
Yeah, artwork's fire. I love this whole like with the Chick-fil-A and the Xbox, like perfect summer vibes. This is amazing.
Yeah, man. I actually just filmed my first little promo for the first time with that the other day.
Dope. So here's something to think about, and I don't know if Nato's watching this. Figure out stuff that he can do in his life to make himself more confident and more relaxed when he's in the studio, right? And so unfortunately in the mainstream world there's a lot of drug use, right? There's a lot of like, how do you unwind and get into that? Oh, you pop a Molly, you pop a pill.
Here, Nato, take this real quick.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. But
don't do that.
If you could figure out how can he be more confident and be more relaxed, I think you'll be able to get more out of him, and that's gonna be like more like deeper psychological conversations in terms of like if he wants to like personify this vibe, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to really get loose. Eximio said I danced when record. That's a good point. I think there's nothing wrong with the artist, especially if you're gonna make this vibe. Go take a dance course. Like, why not? Like, go take a dance class. I mean, it's hard now with COVID, but go take a dance course. Go really get loose. Get your body loose and, like, have fun. Because I think there's a direct correlation between body and motion and getting really good takes in music.
It's weird. And I don't know if it's, like, a generational thing between him and I. Because for me, with the whole auto-tune, it's so natural. It's fluid. With him, it's a little, it's a little more, and I'm trying to get him in that flow state,
Have you tried to just leave the studio, set everything up, and you just leave and let him kind of geek out and freestyle and mumble and stuff by himself?
I have done it before, but usually he kind of wants me there. Usually I'll even be his reference. He'll go, you get on there and you do the melody and show me how you think you would do it. And then I do it, and then he tries to recreate it. And I guess sometimes that works.
Interesting.
But lately I've been pushing him to just work on it on his own without me.
Good. I think it's going to be him doing it on his own, and then psychologically, what can he do just to feel good, feel excited? You know, hey, have that dude, if he doesn't drink caffeine, like grab a couple bangs and just have that dude turn up, or a yerba mate. Well, I mean, y'all see me like I'm always.
He's quitting caffeine right now, bro.
Oh yeah, that ain't going. It's gonna be counterintuitive.
No, man. Like I told you earlier, I work at Starbucks, so for me, it's about caffeine all the time.
You gotta turn up, man. You got, if you can't do drugs, you gotta do a healthy drug like caffeine or dark chocolate or something.
I'll get him some yerba mates, man.
Try that. But yo, great job, bro. Your mix on this is fire. All in all, like I think it's really dope.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate we had this discussion.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Guys, man, that's such an interesting conversation in terms of how psychologically it all connects, right? Like how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the way you look, how you feel about the way you, like it's all connected, and you being able to channel certain energy out. And some of us, it's more natural than others, but there is some correlation there. All right, we're going to keep moving. We got the homie Langston Bristol, who's been actually dropping some pretty fire visuals on IG. I got you pinned up. He got a new beat he's working on. Oh, snaps. Sometimes dropping out instruments, man, makes stuff so fire. Ugh. Hey. Yo, the joint's fire, bro.
Yo.
Is that you on the keys?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is that you on the keys?
Yeah, I was playing the keys. I wanted to, if you could keep playing it, I switch it to guitar, like right after this part.
Okay, I got you. I like how you brought it together. Alright, yo, one little tip. This joint's crazy fire. I love it. One little tip. Don't be afraid of the high pass and the low pass filters. You could bring those in at different times, and it'll create space for vocals. It'll create space for instruments to not feel like they're competing. So specifically when like the guitar and the keys were together, that would have been a good time to create some space, cut all the lows off the keys, for example, or cut all the lows off the guitar, just so that there's space between instruments. It's one of the easiest mixing tricks that most people overlook is high pass and low pass filters. But it's a great button.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Also, too, I don't know if this did it, but I mastered the beat too, so it's louder.
Yeah, it is.
So it might be
definitely
kinda
louder
extra
than your
loud.
other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I'm gonna check that out. Is there stock plugins I could probably use to do that?
Absolutely. High pass, low pass. Just look up high pass, low pass filters.
For sure.
Yep.
My headphones are bugging out right now, so
It's all good, man.
I gotta put it up to my ears like I'm on the phone with you.
I feel it. Great job, bro. Joint's crazy. Langston Bristol, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate that, homie. All right, for sure.
All right, guys. Let's keep this thing moving. Who we got? Let's see if I'm missing anybody. Everybody. And now get Lamar Rosecrans. Y'all don't know about that though. All right, who we got up next? Ruslan, I thought we just hit 11K earlier this week. Yeah, we cracked 20K not too long ago. Listen, we cracked 23,000 today. Here's the deal. I'm gonna keep the buck with you guys. I said this earlier. I have never gotten a trophy. I came from the age where we didn't get participation awards, okay? We didn't get participation trophies. So, like, I've never won, like, the rec league championship. I've never won, I literally never got a trophy as a kid. I got little certificates. So, this is what you could do. You can subscribe to the channel. You can tell a friend and tell a friend. And help me crack 100,000 subscribers. I don't know how long that's going to take. Maybe it'll take another year. Maybe it'll take 6 months. Maybe it'll take 3 months. But if you guys do that, I can get I get my first trophy as a grown man. My generation is just different. They didn't just give us stuff for showing up. Nowadays, my son, they just give you stuff. We didn't get that. So I never got nothing. So can someone help me? I want the YouTube plaque so I have something to make me feel validated and affirmed, and you could help me do that.
Ruslan.
That's it. I just want to drop my little thing. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. All right. Let's see who we got. Bartholomew is not here. I think we got Dirty Red. Here's a track the homie has me on of his upcoming EP. You wrote the hook. If you choose to chop it at the second verse, Conscience mastered it. Okay. So you come in at the hook? Yeah, get me a trophy, man. Thank you, William. I appreciate you, bro. Just tell a friend to tell a friend, All right. Where you at?
I'm the first verse.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'll just play it from the top.
For the most time, that's how it gotta be. For the most time, we keep it on me. For the most time, if you show what you say, contains what you like and don't be lies for reason. For the most time, that's how it gotta be. For the most time, we keep it on me. For the most time, if you show what you say, contains what you like and don't be lies for reason. Sheesh, that might be suicide. So I had to switch it up. I had to get it tighter. I had to learn my lessons. I had to get my reps up. My Lord said do or die. I had to choose up. I choose mine. First thing in my city looking around. Like the chaos that abounds in the end. So I tried to keep it hopeful with the optimism. Swear that like a horse, I'm running like that. I was in that charcoal gasping. I was dying to breathe. Searching for every bit of satisfaction with the money. I wish to see, changing was the same. Changing was my action. My action couldn't come right to my friends and family. And for me, my friends and family. When my trip down to Damascus, me running this Christian how it is I needed to be planning. I would just take one and acting into practice. Chasing my yapping, my business so much for the most time. That's how it's gotta be. For the most time, we keep it on me. For the most time, if you show what you say, contains what you like and don't be lies for reason. For the most time, that's how it gotta be. For the most time, we keep it on me. For the most time, if you show what you say, contains what you like and don't be lies for reason.
Yo, so I love this beat. I like Conscious's mix. I think you wrote a really good hook. For the most high, that's how it's gotta be. On the most high, like I think that the format of that is dope. I like that you're punching your lyrics more. I could hear you doing that, which I think there's progress on all fronts. Have you tried just chipping away little by little, going in the studio and just recording every single day just to get your delivery cleaner? Are you in a spot where you were able to do that this last week?
This track was recorded around the same time I recorded the other one.
Okay, so it's a little older.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Outside of this track, have you had chances to go in and practice and just kind of practice warming up your mouth and like getting loose with your delivery so you can say the words more cleaner?
Not as much as I would like, but I'm in motion of doing that. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I think it's the best thing I've heard from you yet. Still got to keep working, and again, that's just gonna take little by little every single day. Even if you're not using a mic, just freestyling and getting your cheeks and your mouth just nice and loose. And I do the same thing just before I go to record. Sometimes just talking or rapping loosens up, the muscles around the cheeks. So I would say just keep doing that, and it's going to slowly get easier and easier, and you're gonna get more and more cleaner and just saying stuff that just sounds really crisp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got a question. A mix or a master is not gonna make it sound any better if it's not already recorded, right?
Yeah. The theory is, mixing and mastering are important, but what's probably most important is what's being recorded, how it's being recorded, the room it's being recorded in, right? So even having an acoustically treated room, or a room with, like, I have curtains everywhere, right? In this room, there's curtain here, curtain behind me. So just even having something with a room with stuff on the wall, the chaotic eyeball, that makes a difference. How close the microphone is makes a difference. How well you're practiced and well rehearsed, how many times you punch. So a mix can only do so much. I think for you got good mixing and mastering at this point. Like, Conscious does a good job. So it's just going to be you consistently practicing little by little, putting in that work every day, even if it's 20, 30 minutes a day, if you just kind of freestyling. And I think the more you do that, the better you're going to get. But yes, so a mix and master can only do so much. The source that's recorded also has to, that's really the majority of it.
All right, yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll come next week.
Good stuff. I'm excited to hear something new from you, Dirty Red. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. We got the homie Bats. I feel like the mix could be better, and I might touch up the video. All right, let's check him out. Uh-oh, video unavailable. Something's wrong with the video. I think you got it private instead of unlisted. I'm going to try it again. Hold on.
Let me see.
Yeah, it says video. This video is private, so you gotta make it unlisted for me.
Oh, yeah, my fault.
You good? Hey, if you guys are watching this live, let me know where you're watching this from. Appreciate to know that. I'm based in North County, San Diego, if you didn't know. And I need a sound effect when a video. Yeah, I do need a sound effect. I'm gonna write that down. Sound effect when the link don't work. Wah wah wah.
It should be good now. My fault.
You good? Sound effect when link don't work. I'm gonna make that note. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner. Yeah, I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner. Yeah,
that's a good line.
I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner, dog. Yeah, this is not another rapper by the chain. I'ma teach you rappers how y'all gon' survive up in the game. Shady stuff up in this industry. Gotta learn the business, yeah, it's way more than the ministry. Blogs ain't the only entities that you can grow. Know your fan base, so you see the growth. Whoa, word to my mother and all the others that was never suckers and lovers sell they self and push the kid to build a wealth. I should've been dead a long time ago. Then God came in and showed me how I grown. I'm like Method Man and Thomas Edison all in one. I feel the pestilence and all the detriment from the guns and all the sentiments is so irrelevant if I'm going. And I'm heaven sent, I'm so intelligent when I'm on. I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner, dog. They just want the kid to fall, they don't want to ball. When I'm in a situation, tell me who I'm called. God got me, I don't need a bro.
Let's go. Woo, with the flip. Let's go. And the sunset.
I gotta switch it up. You gotta listen up. Since my mama moved to Memphis, I really been missing her. I gotta stay here cause I gotta work. I gotta give my mama and daddy like they deserve. Generation of curses, yeah, they just causing havoc. Get the ratchet, get the spats and let them have it. I assassinate. And your work effort is low cause I straight procrastinate. And I'm the hardest in the game and I ain't talking masturbate. I was plotting on me, not here as the plot twist. Not a lot of you rappers in here that I just rock with. Never picky cause I didn't have options. Now I get the poppin', never stopping, and my target's really locked in. Everything is calculated, every move is critical. Don't follow the world, I abide by the biblical. The fact that I'm alive today, I swear, man, it's a miracle. Started from the bottom, now I'm climbing to the pinnacle. I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner, dog.
Come on. I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner, dog.
Yeah, I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner. I got people in my circle that's not even in my corner.
Oh, I like that. Bro, this joint is dope. This joint is crazy. I think the mix and everything on here is dope. I don't really hear anything wrong with it. I'll give you one little tip. I'm gonna give you one little tip. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Word to my mother and all the others that was never suckers and lovers said they suffered. Push the kid to build a wealth. I should have been dead a long time ago. Then God came in and showed me how I grown. I'm like Meth the Man and Thomas Edison all in one. I feel the pestilence and all the detriment from the guns and all the sentiments is so irrelevant if I'm going and I'm heaven sent. I'm so intelligent when I'm on.
Okay, so what I would have done different there is I would have put the strongest bar last. And you gave me the strongest bar on the one. So you said I would have saved that bar. So sometimes you write and you get the good bar first.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Right? It's okay to take it and just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to end it, cut the beat. Because that's a good bar. Had you said, hold on, let me find it.
Show me how I grown. I'm like Meth the Man and Thomas Edison all in one. I feel the pestilence and all the detriment from the gun.
I feel the pestilence and all the detriments from the guns.
And all the sentiments is so irrelevant if I'm going.
So irrelevant when I'm gone.
I'm heaven sent. I'm so intelligent when I'm on.
I feel like I'm like Meth the Man Edison when I'm gone. Like that would have been crazy. You know what I mean? So that would be my only like if I'm really like nitpicking is save the best bar for the 4-bar sequence and cut the beat and just really let that cut through. Because it's a great bar, but it's almost like wasted. No, it's not wasted, but it's almost like, that joint would have hit so much harder by just placing. And I do it all the time because sometimes you get you get the good bar first or you get the good bar second. So don't be afraid to record it and then literally scooch it over to the fourth.
Yeah, that's literally how I'd be like writing I don't be writing, I'd be punching most of the time, but I'll like start it off with a bar and it'd be like I'll usually put the bar I started off with. So I feel that.
Yeah, I love this, bro. Do you produce this as well?
Yeah, I produce it.
And you're changing the key and the BPM.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. It don't even sound like the original.
Praise God. That's awesome. Okay, so here's what I would do if I were you. Don't drop this as just another joint. Like this one, you gotta build up to this one. Like you gotta really have like a campaign. Set the YouTube up with the YouTube reminder. Run some ads, right? Like hop in and toned in, run some ads. Really like build this dropout so it's not just kind of like, oh yo, I got a new video out. Like I need y'all to go pre-save the song. I need y'all to go set the reminders for the video to drop and spend a little bit more time on this one. And don't be afraid to lean on guys like in the Patreon community to help you share it and get the word out. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have a 15-second IG reel promoting the pre-save, and the pre-save is the link in your bio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could also do inside of DistroKid, they create the hyperlinks for you, right? So you can create a hyperlink in DistroKid, edit it, add the music video to it right inside of DistroKid, right? I could walk you through this offline.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I can show you guys now. Hold on, let me show you guys. So check this out. So I'm just gonna go to DistroKid. So you could you create the hyperlink and then shorten the hyperlink inside of Toned In. So Toned In is still collecting all that information when people click on it, right? So you don't gotta like rework all this. Okay, so I'll just show you like boom, John, Keith, and I'm gonna do one where I don't think he has one. Okay, so then you go to, so we're on DistroKid and you go to the very bottom, right?
Yeah.
Hyper follow, you go to visit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then right here in this right hand corner is the customize button. Here you can hit edit this page, and it allows you to add your YouTube music video.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Oh yeah,
okay.
I've done that.
Well,
okay.
yeah, I literally learned this like a month ago, right? And then you could even add your website. Like if you got a store, matter of fact, I'm gonna do this to John Keith right now. Not that we're using this link anymore because the album's already out. But you can go and choose service. Hold on. How do you do that? I just did it on the other one. Twitter. There's a way I thought there was a way to add. I guess you could just go. You know, you could just send people to your store or your website or your TikTok. Boom, store. Missing, choose service. I could have. Apparently you can't do that anymore. I don't know. I thought you could. Oh, add a link here. Okay, here we go. Other. Okay, that's where you put it. Other link. Other. So anyway, I would do that, and right. And now the video's here. And you can share email with artists, Spotify. This is a new feature. I actually haven't even seen this one yet. So yeah, really roll that out. Put this in your bio. Make sure it's shortened and it's not that ugly. DistroKid, DistroKid.hyperfollow.bats. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure that's nice and clean and short. Put that in your bio and really spend some time pushing it ahead of time. Run some toned in ads, not just in the Spotify growth, but in the like custom toned in ads to get people to swipe up to pre-save the song.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's just basically you run an Instagram ads, but you could do it inside of the custom ad in Toned In, and that'll allow you to do a custom Instagram story ad to swipe up. And that I would just spend a couple weeks just pushing that for a while. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, bro, I think I really appreciate it. I've been using Toned In. I used it for like a trial period. And like in 3 days, I grew like my songs don't, cause I haven't really been pushing it like that. My songs don't really be doing that good, but like it did like 1,000 like 3 days. For me, that's good.
Yeah.
And I've grown my monthly listeners like by like 400 extra.
Nice. Yeah,
So,
Toned In is great for two things. One, Toned In is great for just set it to run passively and don't think about it, right? Just set it to run passively and forget about it. The Spotify growth is going to always be growing your Spotify, and it's because it's linked to your Instagram. It'll also grow your Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. I got like extra 100 followers.
There you go. So one, do that, and the more creatives you add to Toned In, if you do all 6 creatives, 6 different clips, right? It'll automatically test it for you. So that's one side, but the other side that people don't know about Toned In is the custom ads feature inside of Toned In, where you can go in and set up custom ads and do like pre-save swipe up, and it's 15 seconds, or like say you do like 2 or 3 different clips of this video and run it and A/B test it and run just IG stories. You can set all that up in Toned In, and like it'll kill it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Bats, ladies and gentlemen. Bats with a Z. You could hit him up on all socials. And we're going to keep this thing moving. Bartholomew Jones is not here yet. We already went with Philip. Mr. Keys is not. Wait, Mr. Keys is here. Shandon is here. What is government name? Like, Shannon, you driving, boss? I'm out for blood, he says. That's what I like to hear. All right, here we go.
This is going to be special.
Yo, this joint is nuts, bro. You really in your bag, man. Mr. Keys, live in full effect. I love it. I think it's really dope. I think the arrangement is dope. I think the variation is dope. Is this something that you envision an artist on, or is this something that's like kind of like an instrumental playlist?
So it's a collab with my friend Ray Reese. He has his own like Spotify and whatnot. I would imagine the way he's going to release it's going to be an instrumental, so there probably wouldn't be an artist.
Okay.
Although people have said, "Oh, I want to write to this" or whatever.
Sure.
In terms of like, you know, when I put out my own stuff, yeah, like I'd be 50-50 in terms of putting people on top of it versus like having it just be a standalone instrumental. Like, you know how lo-fi is kind of blowing up nowadays with the different YouTube, you know, what's it called, live streams and whatnot.
Yep.
Lo-fi tend to like kind of just be beats on their own. Sometimes they have some like vocal instrumentals. Like the one we just played that has like anime on it has like Dragon Ball Z voices.
Got you. Okay. So, I was just, my only critique was gonna be, if you do want a rapper on this or somebody to just fill in that space, I would just say, again, low pass filter on some of the melodic parts, just so that there's some space, because this is my style of beat, but how much instrumentation this is, it's hard for me to go in. It's like trying to play double dutch. You ever played double dutch as a kid? And like as a rapper, I'm trying to imagine like, oh, this is my pocket, this is my groove, I want to rap to this, but I can't find the frequency to sit in, right? So just if you want rappers on it, just don't, that's just an easy, quick, boom, low pass on the melody aux, and it's just gonna create that space for the verse, and then when the hook comes back in, take the low pass off.
If not, I'm 100% with that. That's actually what I did to give space for the piano solo or whatever the other synth thing I use for the solo. So I'm 100% with that. I guess for this track, I just did that to then give space for the solo, but no, that's a good look.
Yeah, man, fire stuff, bro. San Diego's very own, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, Mr. Keys, man, killing
Appreciate
it.
you.
All right, speaking of blowing up, we got the homie Kunle Day with the name change on, official name change on Zoom. I don't know if you made the name change official yet, but I'm excited to hear this news. Is it official?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, I'm excited, man. And with the fresh cut.
Thank you.
Kunle, just a new man. New man, ladies and gentlemen. Kunle Day. All right, what's up with this Dropbox link, man?
All right.
How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Day by day, as always.
I still haven't landed my Kunle placement, guys. I've been trying for years.
Hey, I texted you back. You didn't respond.
You didn't text me back any vocals though.
Okay, now I got you with the vocals.
Yeah,
okay.
I want vocals in my. I need Kunle vocals in my life. I've been working on a Kunle placement since 2019, maybe 2018. I still haven't landed one, guys, but I'm working on it. Okay. Yeah, I just sent you. How did you like the stuff I sent you this week?
No, it was fire, man. It was fire. It was great, and I think you sent it like at the perfect time too. Like I was really in a creative moment.
Yo. All right, here we go. Too Tired, mix 3.
Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't. Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't. Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't.
Somebody gotta mute themselves. Was that you? Somebody mute themselves. All right, I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna pull it back. There was like a weird loop that just happened, but it's all good.
Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't reach you. I tried myself, too tired of myself. Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't reach you. I tried myself, too tired of myself. Overcommitment to melodics got me too busy going through the motions to allow it. To settle in and let the moment be the loudest.
my attention deficit ain't too compliant. I break the silence, but these thoughts are overcrowded. So the dream to my naivete, I dare not buy it. This solitude got me leaning on my bike. It's full of me and thinking I'm well off on this island alone. I can do it by myself, my pride's some styrofoam. My memories are on the shelf, I got a lot of those. Providing all the lyrics to the self-sufficient prose. It's only just a front for this mode. I try to fit it cause it's quote unquote better off on its own. Might be alive, but here's a bigger truth to hold. The body on this earth, the rise of dreams are down all alone. Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't reach you. I try myself, too tired of myself. Lord knows I need you. Outside I can't reach you. I try myself, too tired of myself. To the self-sufficient prose is only just a front for this motor.
Yo, are you recording your vocals on that microphone right there? Kunle, can you hear me? Your mic's off.
Yo.
Are you doing your vocals on that mic?
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sold on the SM7B.
I think it's a good mic. I would say if I were you, the only thing I would have done different here is I would have did a slight dip at around 220, 240-ish on your vocals. If not a dip, then like a multi-dynamics processor. Like sometimes I'll do a dip in the EQ. If it sounds too flat, I'll throw a de-esser and then tuck it all the way to the end, right? And I need them vocals at least 2 or 3 decibels louder. You always got your vocals buried. I'm not listening. I like the guitar. I like the vibe. I'm here to listen to Kunle. I don't want to listen to the guitar solos. You know what I'm saying? I need the vocals nice and in my face, man. And you're so conservative with your leveling on your vocals anyway that even if you push it up, it's not gonna sound bad. You know, so I'd say cut some of the 220, 250 or somewhere in there, or contain it, and then just push it up about 2 or 3 decibels, maybe even 4 decibels on just the overall lead, and maybe a tad bit of verb on the chorus, maybe just a hair bit of verb, because you sound really cool singing. Yeah, just a hair, just a little bit of, I don't know if you can, what I do is I EQ my reverbs, so I'll cut all the lows out of the reverb, and then the reverb will just sound more silky and top heavy, and so maybe, I don't know how it could work in your DAW, but I would try something like that, so you're just getting the 10K out of the reverb, the 8K to 10K to 12K out of the reverb. But it's fire, bro. Like, I mean, I'm a huge fan of your stuff, so I gotta keep telling you that. But yeah, I love it. Conscious is cracking up because Kunle ain't having that vocal volume.
Oh man, nah, I'll definitely turn it up for sure, and I'll hit up Conscious for some more help. This is actually probably gonna be like a super early take, and the producer's like doing something else with it. So yeah.
Yeah, and you changed your bro. You changed it. You changed Kunle Day. I love it.
Yeah, man.
Kunle Day. Is it official on Spotify?
For the release that's coming in September, yes.
Okay, Kunle Day. Now I can find Kunle with the ease of day. Kunle Day, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I'm so excited, bro. I think as you launch into this new stuff, the visuals you've been dropping on the gram have been fire as well. You jump roping, like just the little story stuff. It's cool. Like, it's super dope, man. Like the aesthetic, all the green. It's just it's very it's like very Montel Fish-esque, you know?
I'm very inspired by him. For
Yeah,
sure.
and but it doesn't look like you're biting. It just looks like it's just kind of a similar vibe. You know what I mean? And it's super dope. And I love these, by the way, these little double things. Like they're so cool to me, bro. I asked you about that face massager in the text.
You know, it's funny. I don't use that anymore. Actually,
why not?
Apparently, that's not the most hygienic thing. Even though I take my care with brushing it or cleaning it, apparently they're saying just stay with your hands or be like have like a hypoallergenic type thingy. It's not bristles. It's something else other than that.
What is it?
Hypoallergenic, something like that. Hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic face
brush or cleanser.
Brush. Oh, I got my joint open on here. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I've been going to what's the people called to do your face that help you with your face?
Esthetician.
I've been going to esthetician. Yes.
Nice. I see that, man. You glowing.
Yeah. I be trying to. I got the product, the routine. It's that 30+ talk. That's what Kacha said. Kool-Aid,
man. Where?
How you're not 30, are you, Kool-Aid? You're younger than 30, right?
I'm like 26.
I'm like 26. You're 20.
I'm 26 this year. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so you're turning 26. Got you. Yeah, nah, for sure. When you get hey, listen, especially this is gonna sound racist, but especially if you're white, you gotta take care of your skin, man. You gotta take care of your skin. I bump into my buddies in their 40s that are white, and the skin just does not be looking popping. They be in the sun. All that cool stuff, having a tan when you was in your 20s, all that stuff ain't cool when you're in your 40s. Your skin looks awful. So take care of your skin, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have a long career in entertainment. Yeah, Kool-Aid dude look young, man. He be on his regiment, man.
But think I look young. That's interesting. Okay. Well.
I mean, your skin looks clear. That's all I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
This is the most I've ever talked about skincare on my channel ever. But yeah, man, good stuff, bro. I'm super excited to hear more from you. I'm like, I'm just excited. Kool-Aid Day, ladies and gentlemen. Kool-Aid Day, go follow him, man. Right now, everybody go follow Kool-Aid Day. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving. We got my brother Bartholomew Jones. Here we go.
So
what up?
What up?
Nothing but.
Well, let's just do it right now. This right here, that music to write to. We gon' get it right because it's alright too. This right here, that music you real to. We gon' get it in because this music you're ill to.
What happened when you can't control the rain and showers? What happened when you can't control? What happened when you out of juice, out of gas, and started imploding? I tell you what, yeah, baby, you can hold it. See, I don't need position in the sky to fly. I don't need to be the man, the eye to eye. You know I'm talking about that goofy true power line, and I've been trying to catch a higher one. You know mine been running out lately, yeah. I've been dying down in the drought lately, yeah. A brother feeling polydipsy, like, made me look up the definition, like, to technically be out of all of the water that you can need to survive. I've been in that situation, yeah, I've been trying to thrive, but I feel like a lot of people, they been dipping now. And I'm just trying to make sure that I got some people to route the way, the truth, the light, for real. I'm trying to hold the mic and spit the real, but it seems the crowd been dipping around. It seems the clouds been thundering down. I'm trying to catch the sound. I'm trying to make sure that I get up to a higher plane. I'm trying to bring my people on. I'm trying to make a way, but I feel like the sun done dipped out. I feel like everybody left me on my own south.
Sun, it's the golden sun. Please shine down on me. It's the golden sun. Please shine down on me.
Now sing along if you know what it's like to be alone. Sing along if you know what it's like to need the sun. Sing along if you've been inside for like 3 weeks. Sing along if you need some vitamin D. Yeah, I need that shine on me. Yeah, I need that shine on me. Yeah, please shine down here. Please shine down here. Please please shine down. Like melanated glows, I'm trying to glow up. Melanated shows, I'm trying to show up. Melanated blows, I'm trying to blow up. Melanated foes, they trying to fall. Please fold bomb on me, but I won't run, homie. Now I know the light, he give me all the love, homie. I'm trying to hold it down when they blowing up, homie. I'm trying to keep it all together, like you know what, singing, yeah. Sun, yeah, it's the golden sun. Would you please shine down on me? Sing it with me, yeah, like one sun. Sun, yeah, it's the golden sun. Please shine down on me. Yeah, we gonna do it like this. Yeah, okay, rain, go away. Come again some other day. Rain, go away. Please come back, bring the sun the days. Yeah, rain, go away. Please come back another day. Rain, please go away. Yeah, bring some joy to these days. Sun, yeah, Mr. Golden Sun, would you please shine down on me?
Ladies and gentlemen, Bartholomew Jones, give me a sec, boss. I'm gonna get you situated here in a sec. I'm gonna swap to a different preset. We was having a cool conversation earlier. I wanted to get you guys hip to what we was talking about because Bart made some interesting points. Man. Hold on. Let me get you situated. All right, so talk to me. So we was talking about ministry, we was talking about music, we was talking about evangelism, and it was in light of my conversation, I think, with KJ, and you shared some really interesting thoughts when you called me earlier. Just kind of like tie people into what we was talking about.
Yeah, man. So I was driving around. We actually do ministry on Friday. So I pick up a lot of guys who are interested in our business. And we do discipleship conversations and also like barista training.
Right.
And I was listening to your conversation with KJ and it clicked with me that like the reason why I've never really understood the whole ministry versus music conversation is because I'm a deacon at my church. So like I'm the deacon of outreach at our church. I've served in my church for like the last 8 years. My wife and I live incarnationally in the hood in Memphis. We disciple kids in our neighborhoods, and like I grew up doing street ministry with this group called Child Evangelism Fellowship. So like I'm used to sharing my faith on a regular basis. So for me, music, my business, at the end of the day, is just a way to get people to meet me in real life. You know what I mean? And once you meet me in real life, you're gonna get that work. Like I'm gonna share my faith with you, and I've got a chance to share my testimony. Which, if you're new to sharing the gospel, like maybe you haven't shared the gospel in the last year with anybody, which I think is something we should, as believers, should think about. Like, how frequently are we sharing the gospel? People talk about ministry, but haven't shared the gospel since they've been saved. So I'm like, is it really, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, like, if you're not sharing the gospel once or twice a week, like, you're not really doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, like, the point is for you to meet me in real life. Right. I just want my music and my business is just to get people curious enough to ask me, like, yo, so why do you do that? And then I can give the reason for my faith. You know what I mean? And you're going to get that work. Like, you're going to get my testimony. And I've got a chance to share that with, like, people who I never thought would ever be interested in listening to me, like, share how I got saved and God's plan for my family, how my great-grandfather got, like, I never thought the people who we're meeting and interacting with, but they're genuinely curious about Coffee Black, about, you know, the work we do in the Black community. Yeah. And it creates an opportunity for me to meet them in real life and do real discipleship, you know?
Yeah, well, I think we gotta back up a second, because the one thing you said that I think is maybe unique to you that a lot of people aren't doing is that, one, you said you're a deacon at your local church, right? So that's that's like how many Christian rappers that are Christians, whatever, how many of them are in local communities and local churches, let alone how many of them are actually actively serving, engaged in the local church. So I think that's something that we kind of brush over a lot of times, right? Like like the importance of local fellowship. So one, that's key, and then two, you're saying you minister in the community you live in, meaning that you disciple the people in your area on a personal level, right? And so for you,
Yep.
your music is not necessarily your opportunity. You don't see it as an opportunity to try to close somebody on a gospel like it's some type of sales pitch, right? Your
You got 3
music,
minutes. You can't do that.
right? Your music becomes a vehicle to really to connect with somebody on some common grace, right? If we're going to use like or general revelation, to try to connect with somebody on a common level, to reflect some of maybe their thinking and their worldview, and then also pull them into your worldview, but really pull them into your world. You're saying tangibly you're witnessing once you get to connect with somebody in real life.
Yeah, bro, it goes down in the DM. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And then podcasts too, man. Like meeting people wanting to interview you. If somebody books you for their podcast, they want you there for an hour. They really want to hear your whole story. You know what I mean? And I think if we're preparing with our local church, like one thing is that I go to a really small local family church. It's like maybe 50 people. It's the church I grew up in. And so I have had to learn that ministry is really hard. Like it's really, really hard to get people to like memorize a Bible verse. So when people talk about music being ministry, like I just feel like it's such an oversimplification of anyone who's actually doing ministry. Like if you actually are doing ministry, you know, this is labor, and it takes years of intentional labor in somebody's life to produce fruit.
Right.
It's not a 3-minute transaction to minister to someone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is not to say that God can't use that.
Yes.
But if I want to be effective for growth so that someone can, as we say at my church, make disciples who make disciples, so you have a reproducible baby and not a baby that's just, you know, stagnant and can't produce more life, then you got to really pour into that person so that they understand and then can go and pour into other people effectively.
That
just takes time.
What do you say when people say, Bart, you're watering down the gospel in your music? You're not giving people 100% God's word in your music. You're watering it down. What do you have to say? What would your response be to someone like that? Because I get comments like that. I got a comment like that today. Well, I just want 100% word. I want 100% gospel in my.
Then read the Bible. I don't understand. Like that's like just go. There's a Bible app. You can listen to Max McClain or whatever. Read the Bible to you all day, every day.
Yeah,
and you should. Like it's dope. But you can even listen to Alert 312 and Streetlights and listen to them read the Bible over beats, you know, on the Streetlights app. But if someone's saying, I want my music to be the Bible, I really feel like that's disrespect to the Bible. You know what I mean? Like,
whoa, hold on. We're not just going to brush over that part. If someone says they want my music or want music to be the Bible, that's a disrespect to the Bible. It's a bold statement. What do you mean by that, Bart?
Well, you're belittling what the Bible can be packed into 3 minutes. You know what I mean? God wrote 66 whole books. And people want their daily hip hop dose to replace their Bible reading and to replace their daily devotion, to replace fasting and prayer, to replace submitting to leadership at a local church. Like, that's not the purpose. Music is a supplement to these things. You know, music is like a vitamin. You know what I mean? Literally, the song you just played was Mr. God. It's vitamin A, B, C, or D, but it's not going to be your daily meals. You know what I mean? Like, we should be dining on scripture. So it's just ridiculous for people to run around saying, I need my protein supplements to take up the food that they should be eating on a regular basis. Like, that just lets you know somebody has an unhealthy relationship with food. Like, you can't supplement your way to health. You know what I mean? You got to do the hard work, the slow work of changing your diet and eating real food and replacing junk food. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way to supplement that in. So, like, I listen to gospel music. Like, if I'm trying to worship God, I'm not, and that's not no shade to like people who make worship music and hip hop, but I grew up on Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond and Commission and the Winans. So or the Clark Sisters. So I'm throwing that on when I want to worship. I'm not going to throw on Take Me As I Am, even though Take Me As I Am is a dope song. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not what I'm putting on. When I'm making music, hip hop music, I'm trying to empower, I'm trying to equip, I'm trying to educate, I'm trying to encourage, you know, and I'm doing that from my worldview. But I think for me, I guess the background, like my parents had me and my brother learning like hermeneutics when we were like 10. So I think for me, it's like, it's just a lot of respect for scripture. Like I wouldn't want, when I talk about God, I want it to be like impactful. I don't want to just make it commonplace and something that people can ignore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's good. I think, and I say this all the time. I say, hey, like if I want theology, I'm going to go to theologians. If I want to praise and worship, I'm going to go to people that make praise and worship, right? And I actually spend the majority. I don't listen to a bunch of Christian hip hop. I don't listen to I don't listen to a bunch of hip hop in general, right?
I don't, bro.
Like I be on Fred. Fred is, you know, Levi literally wakes up every morning and says, "Dad, throw on Fred Hammond." Like we be on the Fred, we be on the Kirk, we be on the right. That's what really we be on in our real life. And then if I want to study, I'm going to the Word. I'm going to the Scripture. So I appreciate your you know, the whole like you're tying into the supplements metaphor where a lot of people are looking for sustenance out of their supplements, music, Christian rap, whatever. It's a supplement. It's not where we should get our sustenance from. Our sustenance should come from feasting on the Word. And like you said, doing the hard work of changing our habits and changing our palate and getting real food, real vegetables, real meat, right? Not just going to supplements, because I had a buddy who literally got protein poisoning from taking too many protein shakes. He was broke. Wow. He was working at a supplement store. He was getting free supplements working at the supplement store, and he literally got stomach poisoning from over consuming protein shakes. Yeah, right. Bro. And so I always wonder, like, are we enabling a generation of people to be spiritually lazy by not empowering them to go to the source for the Word and just kind of feeding those supplements for them? And here's the deal. I think my issue is people have different visions for how they want to do their ministry through their lifestyle, or how they want to do music as their ministry. I don't have a problem with either or. My issue becomes when you start diminishing other people's works, when we start diminishing other people's businesses, and you start saying they're watering down the gospel. They're just trying to tickle the ears of man. They're just trying to tickle the ears of man. They're trying to water down the gospel. They just want to be accepted by the world. Jesus was no friend of the world, right? James don't have no, right? And it's really just like grossly misquoting scripture and not even examining on how Jesus actually functioned in culture, how Paul functioned in culture. They weren't these guys that were like speaking to people in religious language. And so tell me a little bit about how you get to minister also through your business, which a lot of people may or may not be familiar with, and how you've been able to monetize your music through a separate product, which I think there's a lot there that we could talk about, which is instead of trying to monetize music for you has become more of like a social media post, right? So like a song is like an Instagram post, right? But you found a product that you strongly believe in that you're actually monetizing, and it's really like blowing up for you. Talk about that.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. We're I think a couple days away from like grossing 6 figures this year, man. So like it's been a crazy experience, and I think I just got to give all the glory to God, because the Lord has really provided a solution to a lot of the problems I found doing ministry. So doing ministry like in Memphis, sharing the gospel with people on a regular basis, like doing urban apologetics and trying to contend for my faith and like really have people bring some hope in a hopeless place a lot of times. Mm-hmm. I found a couple problems that I run into with people. One, people tell me Christianity is the white man's religion. 2, people tell me that, well, that sounds cool, but I got to live. And so therefore they got to take care of themselves by selling drugs or participating in illegal ecosystems or economies, you know what I mean? And then 3rd, I've had people say, yeah, man, but I feel like I wouldn't fit in. And so those 3 things are problems that my business and music has really helped me to solve, because I can say, 1, we can provide you employment, or at the very least provide you information.
Let's go.
On how to get employed. 2, we're connecting you to the birthplace of coffee, which is Ethiopia, which is also, I think, by God's grace, the not the birthplace. This is the place of the oldest Christian church.
Yeah.
Which is also in Ethiopia, and so we are able to connect people to the historical connections of coffee and the Black connections of coffee, but also to the Black connections of the Christian faith.
Right.
And to talk to them about how the faith was in Egypt and India and Syria and Ethiopia and like modern day Sudan and Eritrea, Djibouti, way before it was in Europe. And so like we're able to teach that information to people as we build with them. And then last but not least, culturally, the music creates a way where people who are from my culture are able to feel comfortable and feel known and acknowledged, right? Where hip hop culture, where the mannerisms, where the dress, where the vibe is appropriate. And so they feel like this place fits my vibe. There's also in my city a whole lot of, various Black religious practices, whether you have like Kemetic sciences or Hebrew Israelites, which not to dump all, because I have a lot of good friends who are, I would say, are Christians and also practice, I believe they're ethnically Hebrew. And then you have people who are 5%ers, and you have Nation of Islam. We have a lot of varying Black perspectives on the Christian faith. And so for me to be able to articulate my testimony, like I've had to have like solid historical information on the Black origins of my faith in order, one, for me to hold to it, because there was a time when I almost left the faith in college, experiencing a lot of white racism. At the college I went to, Wheaton College, I almost became, joined the Nation of Islam because I was reading Malcolm X's autobiography, and I was like, those folks sound way more godly than what I'm experiencing. I'm glad I didn't, because I was able to do more information and research on the Nation of Islam and found out like, Malcolm X kind of had a very shaded view of what it was actually like in that space. Right. But the company has been able to solve a lot of those problems. Like even right now, there's a huge need for the arts in our community and for education reform. I was a teacher for 8 years in the hood here in Memphis. I have 2 degrees, like one I have my bachelor's in elementary education and my master's in urban education. But I got frustrated because there were problems. So the company is a solution again. We're actually scholarshiping free music lessons, performing art lessons for a student through a new shirt we just dropped that says Coffee Black like Wakanda. The reason for that is because Black Panther's movie was the Black Panther movie was a huge genesis for our company in finding out like the beauty of the culture that God has given us and what we're missing out on as Black people, and ways we can actually help the world with the gifts that God has given us both culturally and also naturally. Like they use vibranium in the movie, shout out to the necklace, but like Black people also have discovered coffee, which is like real world vibranium. It's $100 billion industry. And it can be used not only to uplift our own communities, but also to help others. And so we're giving 10% of the shirts that say Coffee Black like Wakanda to scholarship a kid to get free music lessons for a year in our community.
I love it.
And that's something that the business has helped us do. And providing that need gives us social capital when we're discipling people to say, oh, those people actually care.
Right. Because they're literally being the hands and feet of Jesus in the community and showing people what ministry looks like, not just saying it, but they're actually in the mix.
So when they say, why do you care? Then I get to share, because this is what Yeshua has done in my life. You know what I mean? And it's an easy alley-oop to share the gospel. Yeah,
that's amazing. How can they support this new shirt that's coming out? Is it available? Is it up for pre-order?
It's available now. Yeah, we actually, last time we did one of these, we had to do pre-orders. This time we got about 250 of them locally. So just go to coffeeblack.com and order the shirt, man. Yeah, 10% of each shirt. So we need to sell 65 shirts to cover 1 month of music lesson fees. Because we're giving 10% of each shirt. So if we can do that every month, man, we'll be able to cover a kid for a year. So we're pretty excited about that opportunity.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think that's super dope. I think you are an example of somebody that, and maybe that's hard for people. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maybe that's the part that's hard for people is you're saying, hey, I'm in my community, I'm discipling people in real life, I'm a 6-figure entrepreneur, I'm an educator, and I'm an artist. And maybe that in and of itself is offensive to people. Like maybe they feel threatened by somebody.
Why do I have to do all that?
Not that why do you have to do all that? It's kind of like, dang, Mark, you get the best of both worlds, right? Like you get to minister and be financially free, right? And like make fly music, but your ministry is your real life, right? And maybe that part can be intimidating for people where they feel like they have to choose and they have to pick one or the other, you know, with the whole ministry versus industry thing. So I think that is that may be hard for people to grasp their brain around. So thank you for sharing, man. I really appreciate that. Coffee Black, CXFFEE black.com, right?
Yeah, it's put an X where the O goes,
There you
so it's
go.
X like Malcolm X. You know what I mean?
There we go. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring in my brother. I Am Rescued here in a second. Hey, as I pin up I Am Rescued, guys, I'm not sure what you guys are bickering about in the comment section. Y'all talking about the word damn? Cause Johan said damn. Like, come on, fam. Like, relax. Like, we don't censor here. This is not an exclusively clean channel. That's not what goes on here. If you're offended by damn, you're gonna hear probably worse stuff than damn. It depends who shows up to the live stream. So just chill. Okay, I'm Rescued, live in full effect. Yo, can you scoot slightly to the other side of the frame so we can get your full screen? Your face is cut off. Boom, right there. Perfect. Okay, unmute yourself. You said in the comments, you said you disagree. I wasn't sure what you disagreed with, but you make your music is worship music, right? You make worship music. Some of my favorite worship music. You be on rotation at the crib. So just tell me, what do you specifically disagree with, and because I think it's important to have both perspectives. That way, neither side, we don't make a caricature of either side, right? We actually listen to people and understand people. So what specifically did I say, or did Bart say something that you disagreed with?
So I don't know if you can hear me okay, but I'd have to respectfully disagree with the notion that, you know, music is a supplement. I feel like more people consume music than they actually would read their Bible, and I feel that view would apply very well to people you'd specifically say are believers. So you would tell people that, okay, you're a believer, you should be primarily going to your Bible to get your theology, to get your scripture, to spend time with God. But for people who don't know Jesus at all, they're going to stumble across your music. And, you know, if you're not coming with that message of salvation, it's really going to get lost. And I think, to give an anecdote for me, is the guys from Reach, Andy Mineo, Lecrae, Tripoli, they did a song called Repentance that I'd listened to in 2012. And that song explicitly talks about, you know, sin, the repercussions of sin, and having a relationship with Christ, and basically turning away from sin and following God. And as a believer, or even just to like mainstream industry, it might sound really corny, but that song really ministered to me at the time when I really needed to be told, listen, you can't be playing around with sin. You need to turn and follow Christ. And to back that up, in the book of Romans, it says, you know, how will anyone, you know, believe if they don't hear the word? And it also says in Isaiah, I think I'm not sure if it's 63 or somewhere in Isaiah, it says, you know, the word will never return void. And oftentimes that's been the case for me. I've put out music, and people who don't really believe in Jesus, especially, you know, my circle of friends, they've either felt challenged or convicted, or they've just DM'd me and said that, I don't necessarily, you know, believe in Jesus or believe in Christ, but I feel that what you're saying is very impactful, and, you know, some of it really did speak to me. And I thought that if I didn't include as much of the scriptures I could in my music, you know, that would have been lost, and I never would have had that opportunity to minister to people. I'm not saying that you need to go and like make your music super corny and be like, yo, Isaiah 53, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you can be very creative in the way that you put scripture into your music and intertwine it and weave it in. And I feel like that's kind of been missing in you know, CHH and whatever you want to call it, and just music in general. I feel like people aren't willing to like go the extra mile to be like, how can I put the Bible into my music in a way that the message of salvation or whatever message you're trying to portray isn't lost, but at the same time people feel like, I need this, and it's just completely different to, you know, the mainstream garbage that people are throwing out there. Sorry, no offense to anyone that makes mainstream.
None taken.
But that's why I said I disagree, because I feel like nobody will ever believe in Jesus if they never hear about him, and if they never hear about him, they'll never know about salvation. So that's why I had to disagree. I know that, you know, that shouldn't be people's source, but unfortunately it is. I mean, you can see for yourself, you have like 100,000 monthly listeners, so that's 100,000 people that are listening to your music, and you probably reach more people than your church would ever reach, or your pastor would ever reach. So I mean, the conviction is there for us that if you have that kind of platform, you know, be firm with it, be decisive as to what you're going to be putting in. Yeah, so that's
yeah,
why
I think, but so here's the thing: is I wouldn't disagree with you. I think we do agree that it is a supplement, right? I think what it sounds like you're saying is it's a supplement, but you know what? We gotta get it to people however they consume it, right? Which I would be like, yeah. However, I think I really don't think we disagree. What I think happens is your fans and my fans will disagree on the methodology, and I would say no. I rock with I'm Rescued. I listen to his music, and people will be like, well, then you need to make music like him. And I'd be like, well, I don't feel called to make music like him, right? I'll make a YouTube video reacting to Joe Budden, and it'll flood the channel with a bunch of non-Christians and be like, yo, I don't know who this dude is, but I'm subscribed, right? And then be like, well, you need to make videos like Mike Winger and just do Bible studies. It's like, I don't want to make videos about just Bible studies. I want to react to culture. I want to talk about Joe Budden. I want to talk about what's happening in society. You see what I'm saying? So I think we would say we agree. What I'm saying is, if someone's methodology is different, we should not divide over methodology. We should say, hey, that's dope. There's a need for it, right? The division becomes when we say one is better than the other. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm saying, and to Bart's point, like Bart chimed in, or someone chimed in, they said, why would they be looking for Christian music if they're not a Christian, right? So we're not talking about Christian, we're talking about why would somebody even consume something that's not a Christian? The way the Spotify algorithm is set up, the way the YouTube algorithm is set up, is they're putting in front of you the stuff you're watching, right? So if I want to break through and reach a different demographic, guess what? I'm not going to do that just preaching about Jesus in every single YouTube video. I got to do something different. And I found it to be effective on YouTube, and I found it to be the most effective on YouTube in terms of, I feel like I have a more diverse audience here than I do with my music. I would also say that maybe CHH, or maybe mainstream CHH, isn't as focused on incorporating scriptural or theologically centered content. But that doesn't mean that there's not Kingdom Music. I was on Kingdom Music's YouTube page earlier. You know what I mean? They got 200,000-300,000 subscribers, and it's all scripture, like all testimonial. You got God Over Money. You got Hog Mob, right? I think people want Lecrae and Andy to do what they used to do, and that's just not who they are anymore, man. And I think people, I don't know, maybe if people feel like there's a bait and switch that happened, I guess I could be empathetic, but artists grow, artists evolve. If they don't want to do that, why do we keep holding people to a standard that it's not even to me, it's not even a scriptural standard, because you see both. It's not one or the other. You see Jesus using parables. You see Paul proclaiming the gospel without using scripture, without even using the name of Jesus, right? And still clearly communicating the gospel. And then you see Peter get up in Acts and boldly proclaim in front of 5,000. So you see both methods. I think when we start saying, no, this method is better than this method, I think that's when we get an error, and that's where we get divided. So I think there's room for both, right? And I think whenever the mainstream doesn't rise up and cater to a need, like you said, hey, this is a need, I think that's when you start getting these different tribes. You get the Kingdom Musics, you get the Antoine Bradfords, you get the Montel Fishes, you get the I'm Rescues that explode organically on the Gospel Hydration YouTube channel, right? Like, it's all out there if people want it, right? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, where do you think we exactly disagree? Because I don't think we disagree.
So I think, I guess for me in particular was when you had said the comment of watering down the gospel, and like, I wasn't specifically saying that, you know, like, I don't target specific people and be like, yo, I feel like you're watering down the gospel. I just feel like as a body of believers, I feel that there should be more conviction for us to put as much of Christ into our music without it feeling like it's being ambiguous, without it feeling like it's a little bit lost. So that's the perspective that I was coming from. I'm not saying that. So like for me, it wasn't the thing of, oh, you have to just flat out throw a scripture into the music. But I felt like from my own personal experience, and where I was, I guess maybe sometimes a little bit disappointed, is it for some people, I'm not saying I don't know their heart, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I can't flat out say that no, it's watered down. But I feel like when people are claiming, to be musicians, that follow Christ, I feel like there should be more of that put into their music, and it shouldn't feel like it's ambiguous or basically the message that you're trying to portray shouldn't be ambiguous. It shouldn't be like, oh, but.
So let me ask you this: Do you feel like it's an issue that it's ambiguous, or do you feel the issue is it's not there? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I got music where it's just not there. Like I got songs, I got videos, it's just not there. It's not the point of the record. It's not the point of the video, right? So would you say you take issue with that? That as a Christian creator on YouTube, I make videos that are gonna just not talk about Jesus at all, and they're not gonna have any scriptural reference whatsoever.
So I feel like. Look, you have a track record, so I mean, like, if people can look at what you've been doing, and it can be like there's been fruit from his ministry, for example, i.e., he makes songs, and he's pulled a lot of people, from the world, and so on and so forth. But I mean, if people can look at your track record and be like, everything that you've done from the beginning is questionable, then there's a point for discussion. So if you would like use yourself as an example now, if you look at the content that you put out, like for example, when you posted the video about the Jada Smith and Will Smith entanglement, you're like, no, you had a lot of valid points, about marriage and how it should be founded.
Right.
That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that if we look at what you're doing and everything is questionable, and you function under the pretenses that, oh, I'm a believer and I push out music for Christ,
right.
and your music doesn't and your ministry doesn't reflect that, then I think there's call for some questioning and being like, are you really who you claim to be?
100%. And I would agree with you, and I would say anyone that I'm speaking on behalf of, right? And I can only speak on behalf of people I know in real life, right? So if I'm speaking on behalf of Bartholomew Jones, he has an actual, because I know with the ministry he's actually doing in his city, right? If I'm speaking on behalf of Lecrae, I know Lecrae, I know him personally, I know the ministry, not only has he done historically, but I know the fact that at the peak of his fame, this dude is still hosting a small group at his crib. You know what I'm saying? In his local church. Like, so I know that, and his music is, people are like, Lecrae doesn't say Jesus anymore. Like, what album was there never a Jesus reference? You know what I mean? So I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak on the people I know. I don't think Lecrae or Andy or Bartholomew Jones or whoever has any questionable track record, right? What I think it is, and it's just my opinion, is I think the fans hype this stuff up in something that is maybe ambiguous or maybe not as overtly Christian as someone would prefer. Then they make that the questionable thing, right? Now, can we point to interviews where he said something, whatever, right? Like, yes, we could do all that, right? And we could pick, and you guys could probably pick my YouTube videos apart, and I've said something that I shouldn't have said, right? Because you make enough content, you're gonna blow it. You're gonna drop the ball at some point. But what I'm saying is, on a macro scale, I think everybody that I know who's a part of this thing is by and large pretty solid with Jesus. You know what I mean? I think the fans have expectations that are based in nostalgia and expectations of what it was in the past. And it's like, fam, if you want that, it's out there for you. If you want explicitly Christian rap, it's out there for you. It's there. Go. You know what I mean? It's in his community. There's guys that are super Christian in this community. There's guys that aren't super Christian in this community. So I don't think we disagree, bro. Like, I think we're supportive of what we do. I think we both have track records where ultimately our art is going to point people back to God. I think ultimately what Bartholomew Jones does, because he was on here, points people back to God, right? He is, maybe he's not a Christian rapper, but he's clearly a Christian, and the overall messaging and branding of what he's doing is clearly, if you listen to the man for more than 10 seconds, but guess what I'm saying is people want to hear that I'm a Christian from the introduction. Right. And it's just like, I don't open my videos like that. Hey, what's going on? I'm Ruslan. I'm a Christian YouTube creator. I'm never going to make a video like that. It's just not, that's just not who I am. Right. And I don't think Bartholomew is going to open up a song with, I'm Bartholomew, the Christian rapper. I'm Bartholomew, the Christian singer. Or Jesus Bar, first opening line. So it's okay either way. It's okay either way. And we should embrace both. Right. We should really rock with both. Yeah, I really don't know where we disagree. That's the part I think I'm having trouble. It's like I'm really trying to figure out what I disagree with you on, and I don't have anything I disagree with you on.
Okay.
I'm rescued, ladies and gentlemen. Go support his ministry, because he calls it a ministry, and I love his music, and you guys should go and support him. Because it's freaking fire. Because listen, if you make fire music, I'm with it. I really don't care how Christian it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's, but I also think your situation is unique because I put you more in a worship category, and I don't know if that's weird or not. Like, I put you more in a, I literally will listen to you after I listen to Fred, or after I listen to Kirk, right? So I put you in a different category than I would a Lecrae or whoever. I just don't go to Lecrae to listen, like, for worship or for teaching anymore. You know, I never really did. I never, even when he was doing that, it didn't really speak to me. I was just like, oh, this just sounds weird. Like, I don't know. I never have gone to hip hop for that. I've gone to hip hop for more of like a social commentary and less of like a teaching, right? Not to say you can't do it. It's not been me. So I think you're an amazing artist. Bats just said it. I think everybody here believes that. I think your lack of compromise artistically is what's going to set up for you to reach people of all walks of life, because you really about that art. Like the music is fire, and that's going to position you to speak to people that maybe aren't in your target demographic, but it'll be more from a word of mouth standpoint and less from an algorithmic standpoint. A lot of what I'm talking about is more algorithmic, right? Like the type of videos that get put in front of people on YouTube, the type of songs that get auto-populated to somebody's passive Spotify streaming list are going to be more algorithmic. So if they're not listening to any Christian music or watching any Christian videos, stuff's not going to come up. But a Bartholomew Jones song might come up, right? Or so that's what I'm talking about. So I think your stuff is going to spread organically and person to person, and that's dope. Are you okay? Let me ask you this: are you okay with, though, if we're being honest, are you okay with the primary majority of your audience being Christian? Or is that like, are you comfortable with when someone says, hey man, that's dope, you make worship music, you know, it's primarily for Christians? Can God use it to reach non-Christians? Absolutely, but it's primarily for Christians. Are you okay with that part of it?
So I think the aim for me was never for it to just be targeted at I guess a Christian audience. I guess it's just by chance that majority of people that might listen to the music might be from a Christian community, because of you know, the people that I'm connected with, like Bless Music and the Good Christian Music blog, now known as Amen Worldwide. But I think the content of what I'm putting out is not aimed at the Christian community, because, like, you know, in the Bible it says that, you shouldn't just be drinking milk. You know, you should be building yourself up. You should be eating solid food. You should be eating meat. So the message of salvation and the gospel and the salvation of one's soul, I guess, is the primary for me in what I'm putting out. And for me, that's targeted more at people who feel, one, lost, disconnected from God, and feel like they do need a savior. So that's generally what I'm trying to put into the music. And my hope and my belief is that God will use that in due time and in due season to reach out to people who really really need that,
Mm-hmm.
and who really need Christ, who really need salvation, and who feel lost. So I guess that's the apex of what I'm trying to do with the music. And I guess I'm really just I'm really just trusting God in this.
Yeah.
To
Do you? But what I'm saying is, like, are you okay with the algorithms not playing towards that? Like, you're not gonna come up on a playlist with, you know what I'm saying, with like The Weeknd, and like that's just not the world you're gonna live in initially. Now you might build an audience and get 1,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 followers on Instagram and blow up, and then eventually you'll cross over. Right, that's literally what we call Christian artists. They cross over, right? But are you like, you are aware that initially you first got to get massively big to cross over? That algorithmically, organically, it's not going to work out that way, right?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think that's now something for me to look at and be like, okay, God, now how do I broaden, the horizons of not just being in a specific band of people in a specific demographic, and being, and basically saying, how can I take what I'm already doing and get it to reach more people, specifically people who don't believe in Christ. So to answer your question, no, because that's not primarily why I'm trying to make music. I'm trying to reach as many people who don't believe in Jesus as possible. So no, I'm not comfortable with that. So I guess from this live, for me, it's to be like, how do I reach more people with what I'm already doing, for God's kingdom and, for the salvation of souls.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and I think it's going to be a fun journey to watch you on as you kind of walk this out in real life. I would describe it like this, and maybe you'll disagree with this, okay? But I would describe it like this, and then we'll get back to the stream because you guys are like, why are they talking about this? This is going to be a separate video tomorrow, by the way. But I would describe it like this. They say people need 7 to 9 exposures of the gospel before they make a decision to put their faith in Jesus. And I would say those initial impressions of the gospel, I think, this is just my opinion, if someone's far from God, they're unchurched, the ones that they're going to react positively to initially are going to be something similar to what a Bartholomew Jones, a Lecrae, even a Chance the Rapper does. It's going to be more of like a casual, oh, this guy's not cussing. Is he a Christian? What is this? Right? And then, right, so that's one end of the spectrum. And then as they follow along in that journey, the other side of the spectrum is they're going to be watching a full-on gospel message on YouTube and someone just straight preaching from the Bible, a Kanye Sunday service, right, altar call, right? That's the other end of the spectrum. And maybe that's where they fully surrender their life and give their life to Jesus. And I would say I'm Rescued is more closer here, where God's going to use you to reach people, but it's not going to be that initial front door. It's going to be more of as somebody's in the process of hearing the gospel for the first time, the second time, opening up to Christianity. Oh, okay, maybe this Jesus thing is kind of cool. Oh, there's these guys that make kind of cool music. And then somewhere later on in the process, then they stumble across an I Am Rescued record and wow, this is really cool, right? So I do agree with that. But that's kind of how I see it, is there's this spectrum of different exposures. And granted, I'm speaking broad strokes. People could hear the gospel one time and instantly get saved, right? God's going to use that. But by and large, it took me years to give my faith to Jesus, literally years. And it took me reading books from Case for Christ, Lee Strobel, right, which was written with my type of thinking in mind, right? Hearing everything on a spectrum. And then towards the end of the process is when I discovered the cross movements and the Christian rappers. And then all of a sudden my palate was already adjusted to receive that, right? So do you feel me on that? I think God uses everybody, but I think where you're at is kind of closer to the spectrum of a full-on pastor preaching the gospel unapologetically to someone.
Ruslan, did you just call me a pastor on your live?
I said pastor. I didn't say bastard. Did I say bastard?
No, pastor.
Pastor. Yeah.
I said pastor because this is my accent.
Oh, okay. You feel what I'm saying, though?
I do hear you, because I feel like if somebody's heart is quite hard and not ready to receive the gospel, then it's kind of just going to be like seeds thrown, against the rocks,
right?
Or the seed thrown against like very, 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 very hard ground, not ready to receive that fruit. So I would say that I do have a strong agreement in what you're saying. But in that being said as well, just like you're saying, the first and the second time that you're being ministered to, hopefully that, I can be part of that process where people hear the gospel for the first time and maybe they don't receive it. The next time somebody is able to have the opportunity to minister to that person, the music helped to start that process. The music helped to minister to them as well. Also, I just wanted to say something about Bartholomew. I appreciate him. I wasn't coming for his neck.
Nah, bro, you're I know your heart, and I know you to an extent. So I feel like I think everybody here believes the best about each other. Everybody here believes the best about people's intent, regardless on where you are, on how explicit or not explicit you are with your faith. I think everybody here believes the best, and I think it's dope, man. And I think it's a beautiful thing, bro. And I like, and the dope part about Bart is I don't ever feel like Bart's on some like, yeah, man, my music's not really for that, so I would never do a record with I'm Rescued, like, because I'm over here and I'm really, you know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody here can come together and do a record regardless on what spectrum you're on, and I think that's important just as Christians, and not being divided. And again, I'm a huge fan of yours, but I also know how valuable creative, amazing worship music is for the new Christian, the person that's on the verge of being a Christian, and even the non-Christian. Like, I understand how impactful that is. And had I had music like yours when I first got saved, my sanctification process probably would have happened faster, right? So your music is that, like, I don't really mess with, like, I'm not saved yet, but I'm going to youth group. But gosh, I can't stand this freaking acoustic guitar and this trash that I'm hearing from this dude who's out of key and the guitar's out of tune, right? And somebody says, yo, check out I Am Rescued. I probably would have got saved sooner if that was a part of my process. You see what I'm saying? But this is like, I'm already in youth group. Like, I'm not a Christian yet, but I'm already in youth group. And I think that's where what you've done would have been so powerful and so instrumental. I guess, I think we would agree that we want people who are saved and Christians to read the Bible for themselves and to worship and to go to church and be in communities and do all those things. Yeah. I think we would agree on that. So good stuff, man. Yeah. That was really good. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go? Because I don't want you to feel like I cut you off or anything.
No.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rescued. Man, what a fire community we have here, guys. I'm very humbled. We got a couple more submissions left. Appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. Y'all hanging in there. I know it's long. I wanted to get this part of the conversation because it's been an ongoing conversation, and I think so much can be misunderstood when you're not actually talking to people, you're talking at people. And if I'm honest, I can have the tendency of doing that when I'm not really considering what the other person's perspective is on the other side of that. And so that's why I'm glad that both of these guys were here. I wasn't planning for I'm Rescued to be here. I talked to Bart earlier because I think it's two sides of the same coin, even though they both view their ministries completely differently. Bart's on the ground. And as I Am Rescued is on the ground too in real life, but it's viewed a little different, but I think ultimately pointing people back to the same Jesus, and I think that's super dope. So let's keep it going. Well, where's Johan? Johan just cut out. My man Johan's got tired of me rambling, bro. My phone died. I'm gonna be right back. This man. All right, I'm gonna come back to you. Alcott's not here. Flow Up is Gregory. Flow Up, you're Gregory, right? Gregory Rufus Flow Up. Or am I confused? No, Johan's back here. I'm going to pull you up, Johan. I'm tripping. No, I thought Gregory was in here earlier. All right, here we go. Johan. Entrance call.
Thorn in the side of my flesh every winter before 2019. I keep it chained at the back of the attic, but really it ain't that me. God gave me beautiful features, but I wear the mask like Halloween. I'ma sit on the bleachers, my brothers just got this game on a leash. Never been colder than when I got Father and Spirit and Son in my sentences. Never been bolder than when my opponent is demons and dragons and menaces. I know the end from beginning, cause y'all have been writing this second Genesis. I'm with the squad and apprentices, taking the blood every day like it's medicine. Take my sin from the east to the west side. I don't wanna look at it, I'ma hurl on my best side, looking real dumb in the best light. I don't wanna go cold tonight, so would you please don't leave, just wait by my bedside. Devil finna trip you mad, cause I got a little flame on my head, cause I got the game in the bag. You know what a flame implies, I ain't gotta say it twice. Holy Spirit in my life, I'm a samurai cutting ties, and I'm sick of imitating what I'm not. All these fakes gunning for the top, I just put my talents in a pot, cooking with a chicken with a broth. Yeah.
Yo, this joint is really dope. I feel like your vocal got a little hot towards the end when you started going into that. I don't know what happened there, but it just felt like it got a little bigger.
I started using a new mic and I forgot to set the levels properly, and then I liked the audio too much to re-record. So, and then I don't know. I've been really.
Have you tried just automating it down just a decibel or here at that part?
Yeah, I did, and I put a de-esser on it and a bunch of stuff.
And it still didn't feel right.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, it's not an official drop, so I wasn't super worried about it. I have my first drop like later this month actually on Spotify.
Let's go. Let me know when that drops, man.
Yeah. Also, I bought this.
Hey.
And I like tried to record a video, and I kind of had the same question as Deleted Ego about like looking fly in videos because I'm a box, bro. I'm a freaking box. So.
Less is more, champ.
What was that?
Less is more.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take that advice. I appreciate everything you said, Deleted Ego, because that's very relevant to me.
Yeah. Hey, listen. The good news is you and Deleted Ego, and don't take this the wrong way, you guys are pretty good-looking guys. So you're not just be you in the video on some like I'm a cool model guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just like put that out there, because you could also, God could have made you not good-looking, and then that would have been even more of a problem, right? So just be happy that you're a handsome dude. You could just like this looks like straight model picture vibe. Like this picture right here look like you belong in the ASAP gang. You know what I'm saying? Like you could replace ASAP Ferg. Like it's just a cool vibe. So this sentiment, like I think it's super cool, and I would just focus on just being you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Let me know when your official drop comes out too.
I'll let you know for sure. Thanks.
All right, guys. Johan, and next up, let me see, make sure I didn't skip anybody. Okay, we got Gregory Rufus. I'm going to pin you up, champ. You just keep yourself muted for now. Thank you for posting the Dropbox link, by the way. I know you hit me with the Google Drive, but you went in and added the Dropbox, my man. Oh, no! You got to reshare the link, bro. The Dropbox link is not working. So you don't copy the URL from your desktop. You got to actually go share and create a link for me, and then you could drop it in this chat, or you can drop it in back in Patreon. I'm gonna do Iron Rescue since he's here, and I'm gonna come right back to you, Rufus. So speaking of Iron Rescue, brand new Iron Rescue. Is this new? Do we got something new? It's the new. Let's go.
I told God that I'm doing this full time. See, I don't fought this calling my whole life. It's easier to conform, it's easier to contort. Instead of walking by faith, instead of trusting the source, I wasted time living through people's eyes. How silly it seems when you pursuing your dreams, but in due season, you reap the reward of being obedient. I wrote this little song for myself, that my talent is borrowed. It's all for your kingdom, my pen is a sword, that my cadence is different. This one for your sheep, really this one for your kingdom. I be refined through the season, you gon' believe when you see it. It took a while for me to understand. If you know life is just a minute hand, my will be done, but you had different plans. So I place my purpose in your perfect hands. The graveyard is full of potential. I pray to God, I pray I won't settle. I put my trust in God, I don't believe in the odds. Jumping in on parachute. The graveyard is full of potential. I pray to God, I pray I won't settle. I put my trust in God, I don't believe in the odds. Jumping in on parachute. I can only see you. God, I wasted my time. Soaring just like eagle. You won't jump, you won't fly. Even though it seems senseless, Even though it seems senseless, I don't trust in my senses. It's no parachute.
Oh, I gotta run that back, man. Hold up.
Jump in, parachute. The graveyard is full of potential. I pray to God, I pray I won't settle. I put my trust in God, I don't believe in the odds. I'm jumping in on parachute. I can only see you. God, I wasted my time. Soaring just like eagle. You won't jump, you won't fly. Even though it seems senseless, I don't trust in my senses. It's no parachute. Even though it seems senseless, I don't trust in my senses. It's no parachute.
Bro, okay, here's one thing I didn't mention, and this is the X factor. I don't think you realize how cool you sound, I Am Rescued. Like, I don't think you understand how freaking dope your voice sounds and how much just like complete sauce you have in the way you pronounce your words. And I think in that regard, this is because as a, okay, so this is how, like, from an evangelistic standpoint, I think how it works. Because as a Christian, I'm so passionate about your music and I'm so passionate about how it makes me feel. As a Christian, I'm going to be more equipped to go share it with my non-Christian friends. And it's almost, it becomes the Bible track. Like, literally becomes a track in digital form. Hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the one part that, like, I didn't consider in our exchange is, like, you make music that like your bass, your core bass, which is Christian, gets so fired up about that in that way it then can spread and God can use it. And this actually happened. It's going to sound crazy. Y'all going to think I'm crazy. But one of the times belief was softened to the gospel towards the end of him, like before he fully gave his life to Jesus, was belief actually got a Shaolin CD from a Christian friend. And Shaolin had like a lyrical theology album. And like 2 or 3 months before he moved to California and gave his life to Jesus when like he started going to our church, it was like 3 months before that he was riding around listening to Shaolin, straight lyrical theology. Right. And so he had a friend back home who was sharing the gospel with him. He had a friend out here who was sharing the gospel with him. He got this lyrical theology CD. Why? Because the Christian friend was so passionate about it. And belief was like, yo, I have no idea what this fool is talking about, but he sounds cool. Right. Reminded him of Wu-Tang because it was just like all lofty and big words. Right. And so that was towards the end of his process. And then he actually went to a local church, met me, got saved, and like radically converted, right? But it was, you know, so I say all that to say, I think that's the part is like, you got so much sauce and so much drip and so much like coolness, and that you can't teach anybody that. Like, I can't teach people how to sound cool. You either got it or you don't, you know what I mean? Or you got to find that thing inside of you. So, yeah, man. So hopefully that encourages you, bro. But like, is this out? Because this is definitely something I'm gonna send to some of my non-Christian friends. I Am Rescued, making the gospel easier, one life at a time. He making the evangelism easier, one song at a time. Is this out?
No, it's not out. So it's just something that Mofo Music and I are working on.
I'm sending this to somebody right now. There's somebody in my personal life. I'm about to send some. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm literally about to send this to a friend. The unreleased version is going out right now to a close friend of mine that I've been praying for and I've been sharing the gospel with. And those of y'all that really know me know who it is. But yep, it's happening right now, bro. It's happening. No, I love it, bro. Hey. I think it's so fire, bro. And I think that's the part where that's the X factor, right? That's the it's not an algorithm. That's the X factor. That's God, right? That's emotion. That's like that deeper connection that we can't quantify that in an algorithm. We can't quantify that through a playlist. And I think it's super important. You know what I mean? So just know, bro, like I'm a huge fan, you know what I'm saying? And it's also because you're really good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're really excellent at your gift, you know?
Thank you so much, Ruslan. I appreciate all the hype.
It's not hype, though. It'd be different if it was hype. It ain't hype, though.
No, I really appreciate it. It means a lot coming from you. To be real.
Boom. I just shared the gospel with somebody through an Iron Rescue song. See how easy it is, guys? Yeah, man, it's fire, bro. It's really fire. That's actually like that all came to me like I don't want to call it revelatory, but like it kind of all clicked in the middle of hearing this and how you can break the algorithm. And if I were you, just to be honest, like don't make it like a part of your marketing campaign, but like I think if you kind of hint at it indirectly, like that is a tangible way that not only your music can spread and touch people who are far from God, but it's a way that you could equip your fans to do some of the ministry with you. You know what I mean? Which is like, that's pretty dope. Because I don't got songs like that. At least I don't think I do. I don't think I got anything in my catalog that's like that cool and that evangelistic and that just kind of clicks together. So, gosh, man, some of you guys are just so much cooler than I am, bro. And it's so frustrating. Anyway, Iron Rescue, ladies and gentlemen. Go follow him. Let's bring in Gregory. Did you fix that link for me, boss? From the Dropbox?
Yeah, brother, you should be good.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll down. Give me 1 sec.
By the way, the Iron Rescue guy, yo, he looks just like my cousin.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo, fire music, by the way, brother.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's incredible.
Oh yeah, I just found out about him today, so.
Dope. Ah, bro, no. Hold on, let me try it one more time. It's not working. This item was deleted. You deleted it?
No, I never deleted it. You said make it as a create as a link, right?
Yeah, go copy, create link, and then
yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Hold on, let me try this. Sometimes Dropbox back. I'm gonna try to do it in a different window. Give me 1 sec. See if this works. Nope, it says deleted. You might be able to find it in your deleted files. Yeah, so
does it delete on its own? Oh, there it is right there. Yes, to delete files. I don't know why it's doing that.
Okay.
So
see if you can push it back. Maybe I'll let you put it back.
Do that. Let's see.
Here, let me move on to flow up while you figure that out for me. And by the way, yo, all y'all in the Zoom call, man, appreciate y'all being here.
Try now.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Shoot. Sorry, flow up. I'm gonna refresh.
Oh, sorry, good God.
Oh snap! Here we go.
Oh, by the way, this is just a mix, so I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
I love just mixes. Gregory Rufus, ladies and gentlemen, just a mix.
Run through the woo with my bloody shoes. This a game we can all play now. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Run through the woo with my bloody shoes. This a game we can all play now. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. There's no monsters under your bed. The only monster is right in your head.
That's
You
dope.
better run for it, shot before you're dead. Those scars off a light granddad. All you hear is the voices in your head. Vivid memories will push you off the ledge. Counting from your scars, crying from your heart. Better run for. Run through the woo with my bloody shoes. This a game we can all play now. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Hunt them all down, hunt them all down, hunt them all down. Run through the woo with my bloody shoes.
Yo, I like the mix. There's some weird little crackle or pop. I don't know if that was like an export issue. I keep hearing it. It almost sounded like somebody's mic was unmuted and it was like doing this little crickly pop thing.
Probably. Like I said, I just exported it just a.
Okay, dope. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay, this modulation is fire. That's harmony and stack and the auto tune. That's super dope. I think my only critique on this would be I would experiment with some more reverb and delay and echo. The way the auto tune hits is really cool. It's fire. Whoever is this, you on the vocals? Who's on the vocals?
That's all me, Billy.
Bro, the vocals are nice. Like the whole vibe is crazy. Yeah, you got some good echo on this and like good delay. I would add a bit more reverb, but only in the top end, like that 10K and up, just so that it just like has that more of that. I think it's dope, man. I think it's dope. I think overall the mix is fire. Jerio said definitely maybe boost the hi-hats. Let me listen. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, the hi-hats are kind of quiet, huh? Yeah, maybe turn up some of the hi-hats.
I can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this, bro. Is this the kind of music you normally make?
Yes and no. So it's like I'm the type of artist I play around with different sounds. Like I'm not like I have a certain sound, but I like to like, push the envelope sometimes. So this is like nothing new to me.
Okay.
But it's something that I'm experimenting with like day in, day out.
I love it. I think it's super fly. Yeah, I think it's super fly. And I think what are you mixing in?
New window, Cubase.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think it's good, man. I think your mixes are fairly on point. Just explore the reverb and EQing the reverb, adding a little bit more air. I think it's fire. I think what you did with the auto tune is really cool, really impressive. It sounds really natural. Your tone on it sounds really good. Yeah, I messed with it. Gregory Rufus, ladies and gentlemen. Next up we got Flow Up. And then after that, I definitely got to take a pee, guys. All right, here we go.
Lit like Santa Fe on the 5th of May, middle of the day, even though we only eating grapes.
So first impression of this Flow Up, just so you know, the vocals are super duper hot. They're very loud and in my face.
Watching anime, sipping on a cool lemonade, plotting on the way how we finna pay.
The kick hits, but those vocals should have went down like 4 decibels.
She be getting irate when you try to skip a day. Pay her own time and she gon' take your trip away. There's no swag, I ain't had no swag anyway. Now we looking for a better wage. Let us pray, Father, please forgive us of our ways. It was kind of days we don't wanna lose our souls trying to make a play. Please make a way for us to get the cake, then eat but not get beat. Like anime, I sleep, I prop my feet. It's because of grace, if demons trickle.
That's a dope cadence. Stop, flop my feet. That's fire.
Treat is the price to pay. Angels will cock that heat back and let it spray. Have a nice day. Bye bye. This a bop. I got love for my ops. They can listen to. Studying a few YouTubes, trying to get the groove. Millie rockin', chillin' with my crew, looking like a fool. I'm just trying to make the group move like Beta do. I'm just trying to make the body move like Beta do. Whole squad, Bobby living right like Beta. That's another lightsaber move like Beta. Father is king, thank God he created.
Okay, I'm moving left and right. I'm in your living room. You told me that it doesn't bite. I said that's unbelievable. Your dog could win a tug of war against Mr. Incredible. I throw the bone across the room and dip like I'm a pretzel. I pencil in my schedule, time to whip up on the devil. Hit my knees for all the.
Was that you on the first verse? Yeah. I think the music is dope. The beat is good. You got good ear for picking beats. I feel like the cadences are really cool. It's solid. It's creative. It's different. Did you mix this?
Yes, I attempted.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if you didn't mix it, you need to fire a mixing engineer. If you did mix it, you need to hire a mixing engineer. Yeah, I would one of the two. What do you mix in? What software do you mix in?
I think I did that in Studio One.
Okay, I'm trying to think I can't think of anybody that uses Studio One.
PreSonus?
Yeah, no, I know what Studio One is. What I recommend people to do is if you're trying to mix your own stuff, find an engineer that mixes in that software, pay him to do a mix for you, and then pay him a little extra to create a template for you, so then you could reverse engineer and literally just record everything in that template. That'll save you some time and save you some money and help you learn faster to mix. So you're gonna have to do a little bit of research to find somebody that mixes in Studio One. But yeah, I think it's cool, man. I think just the mix was pretty bad just in terms of how big and like forward the vocals were. But it could also just be a simple like tuck. Like it could be like tuck the vocals 4 or 5 decibels and just see how it feels. You know what I mean? And see if that makes sense for you. But all in all, this is dope, man. Is this your first time submitting, or did you submit something before?
This is my first time submitting.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't remember you submitting anything that was like this fire before. So yeah, I messed with it, bro. I messed with it big time. Let's flow up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's see how many. I think we only got a few submissions left. Guys, I got to really pee. Let me see if I can throw something on for you guys while I go use the restroom. Here, let's give some shout. Amazing crew tonight. Folks can't see the artist names. We want to support them. I try to announce them. I don't know if your name's actually Thote Evoca. I try to announce them. But hey, you know what? That's a cool reason. That's another reason for you to potentially go and sign up for our Patreon. Why? Because everybody's links is on Patreon, and some of them might even leave them up, so you can guys go back and catch the links on your own, and kind of track it that way. But let me throw this record on. I love this record. It's an artist named Gregory Cox.
Yeah. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Yeah. Wake up now. Put the cold water on your face. Yeah. Gotta put the naysayers in their place. Yeah. They're looking real sad, don't they? Why they want it real bad, don't they? Yeah, I'ma say the things that you can't say. I'ma play the games that you can't play. Yeah. I'ma throw the gas on them. Yeah, watch me get the bag on them. Yeah, so I'm off to the races all through the day, telling everybody that's your bro. I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, cause I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When your friends share this on your page and you block it, there's nothing that you can do, you never stop it. Teaching the schools, never went to college. The best thing that I ever did was move to Charlotte. Now I'm trying to get my message out in the public. But you need to help it, tell them that you love it. You don't think it's time, so I know you bugging. You ain't coming now and you ain't never coming. So I'm off to the races all through the day, telling everybody that's around. We can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, cause I can feel it in the air. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, I can feel it in the air. Yeah.
All right, and we're back. Greg Cox. Oh, what the heck? He got a joint with Kurt Franklin. Hold on, I ain't noticed. Sorry, guys. Now I got to check out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Cox. Light it up. Mayday, mayday. The earth is shaking.
That's like my favorite Kurt Franklin song.
Who gon' save the babies from another bloody Sunday? I'm singing mayday, mayday. They love me or they hate me for my skin color, but you say I am your brother. The government keep lying to me.
Oh, snap. That's Greg Cox. I didn't even know.
But the power falls when you catch us on the knees. Heaven, please, we're in a state of emergency. See, we need a strong God, yeah. We need the real God, yeah. The God with the resurrection power from the grave. Take away the hate to heal the human race. Yeah, we need a strong God. We need a say mayday, mayday. They said the climate changing, the poor people in the cold, but you keep preaching to their soul. But we don't live till everybody's free, and we won't sleep till everybody eats. Until lives matter, more than ties matter.
Woo! Yo, y'all don't really know I be on that Kirk, like Kirk. I be on a Kirk regularly, man. Don't. And I didn't know that was Greg Cox on Kirk's album. That's crazy. Yo, shout out to CJ Luzi for joining the channel membership thing. That's a lot of love. Thank you, brother. All right, let's get into the homie Riley. I think Riley got is this a visual, Riley? Let's go. Yo, I'm Rescued. Are you up on Greg Cox? I'm not sure. That would be a fire collab. Yo, you and Greg Cox should definitely do a record together, bro. I'm Rescued. All right, let's check into this new Riley Cohen record. Let's go.
Am I really good enough? I'm just trying to clear my mind when I'm in the lab and I'm cooking up. Pray to God that I make it, really don't know who I should trust. They just wanna bring me down, thinking, am I really good enough? Am I really good enough? I don't care about the clout, just wanna know if I'm living this out. Whole lot of anger, I'm watching my mouth. Really don't feel like I'm walking on clouds. Feel like demons drowning me, ooh yeah, they making me doubt. Dry seasons and I'm back in a drought. Game over, should I throw in the towel? I know evil surrounds me, whoa. I ain't got family around me, yo. I can't explain to them to pray for me, whoa. They know I'm different, oh, why can't they see? Why can't they see, oh. Am I really good enough? I'm just trying to clear my mind when I'm in the lab and I'm cooking up. Pray to God that I make it, really don't know who I should trust. They just wanna bring me down, thinking, am I really good enough? Am I really good enough? Stop looking for look, they scary. A broken heart that I'm fearing. I ain't good enough for no one when I look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, I got a voice in my head. You cannot know what I'm hearing. I keep it locked away, only for someone that's near me. I'm chasing my dreams, I ain't chasing these bands. Don't hit my line when I finally land. At ease where I finally stand. Reaching out and I'm grabbing your hand. I'm a man, look at heaven and dance. Once again, I be grabbing your hand. Lord, I pray for a couple of fans. They can never put me in a trance. No, I feel alright. I gave God my life. You can't hurt me now. I keep my cross in sight. In your love I drown. I keep my faith real tight. I bought my songs real loud. Can I not get it right? Am I really good enough? I'm just trying to clear my mind when I'm in the lab and I'm cooking up. Pray to God that I make it, really don't know who I should trust. They just wanna bring me down, thinking, am I really really good enough? Am I really good enough? Yo.
Yo, I like it. So I've heard the record before. You guys shot a video to it. So Riley, tell me, what did you guys shoot that music video on? Because I mean, you know I like the record. I'm gonna give you some feedback on like how to make the videos better. What did you guys shoot that on? You're muted. Did you guys use an iPhone? You got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I paid a guy a very small amount of money to do this.
Okay.
Just because I didn't have any kind of video editing software. I do now.
Good.
At the time of this video. And part of me getting it was because I saw the video and I was like, okay, I feel like I could do better than this.
What did he shoot it on?
Like what kind of camera?
Yeah. Was it a camera or was it an iPhone?
It was a camera.
Okay, cool. So he doesn't know how to use his camera. He literally like stock video settings, like he does know how to finesse his camera. So my tip to you would be, if you don't have a camera but you got the software, bro, just get a gimbal for your iPhone. It's about $100. Which iPhone do you have?
iPhone 11.
Okay, boom. You got the 11. Get a gimbal, $100, $120. You've seen, if you were watching the stream, you've seen multiple guys shoot their own music videos that look great on iPhone with their gimbals that they bought for $100, and it's gonna look dope. So I think you're gonna get a way better look doing that, learning angles yourself, and or like having your cousin or your brother or your girlfriend or shoot. Bats even has his mom shoot his music videos sometimes. You know what I'm saying? She even hold the gimbal. And focus on symmetry, smooth shots, and getting lighting that is complementary, right? So, you know, $100 light, $100 gimbal can go a long way. Like, it really can. You know what I mean? I think the concept of this was cool. Had this been shot on an iPhone 11 with a gimbal, this would have looked 10 times better. Just smoother, cool cinematic type dolly shots, cool pans. It just would have looked way better. And also, yo, be careful with setting them fires, man. We in California on fire right now. Y'all just setting them fires in the backyard. That's dangerous, man. They gotta chill.
So stays pretty wet around here. So.
Where are you based out of?
I'm from Florence, Mississippi, but I'm in Cleveland, Mississippi right now at college. I would say it's about an hour and a half from Memphis. That gives you an.
Got you. Yeah. Oh, and then I was gonna say another thing is shoot at 60 frames and shoot at in slow motion. Get good slow motion stuff.
Okay.
Slow motion B-roll to splice it up. You know what I mean? Bro, I promise you, like, the video stuff is not that complicated once you get the hang of it. It's really not. You just gotta do it over and over and practice. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I paid him. You know, it wasn't a whole lot of money that I paid him, and I mean, hence the quality of it. But
sure.
I mean, it was worse than what you're seeing, because I told him to go back and do this and that because I didn't like certain things.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, like that's part of me getting my own software now, is because.
What software did you get?
Final Cut.
Oh, dope. Okay. Yeah, I mean, bro, you could do everything with Final Cut and an iPhone. I mean, almost everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially iPhone 11. Those things are great. So, yeah, man, good job, bro. I'm glad you're walking through the process of like.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be shot during the day, but he was late. So the lights and stuff that you saw, I wound up going and grabbing some from my church. I just borrowed some stage lights and some fog machines and stuff like that. And I was like, hey man, can I borrow this real quick? I was like, we're shooting tonight. I need to think of something real quick. And they my pastor let me grab those, and it kind of saved us a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's cool, bro. Keep at it. Really consider getting that gimbal. You know what I mean? Save together $100. I think I have all of my lights in the description of this video. So if you want to see some of the lighting I use, I got these cool, like, these are super fire. I'll show you. This light right here, I use it as a hair light. What's cool about this light is the color can change. And I got two of these. Let me see if I can change the color real quick. So the colors can change on these.
Okay.
So like if you're shooting a video and you have the light behind you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, I would consider shoot, now how do I turn it back? I would consider just investing a little bit in lighting and a gimbal, and I think you'll be shocked how much better your videos will look really quick. You know what I'm saying? Bats also has a super dope light he used that you can check out in his latest Instagram post. That looks super fire. And so check that out. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just got these two little lights. They come with batteries, and they're about $150 each. And then that way, when I'm shooting at night or when I'm shooting later, I could use one as a backlight. And then I got a couple other lights. Lighting isn't that expensive if you know how to position it correctly. You know what I mean?
And if you just had like one like main big tip to shoot videos by yourself, like what would it be? Like if I had nobody else with me.
Ooh, if you got nobody else with you?
Yeah.
4K, good symmetry, super wide shot, and then use that dolly effect that you see a lot of people using. And the Montel fish. Who else used it? Bats used it on his video today. Who else just used it? Somebody else used it. That I was like, yo, this has him on. Oh, Kunle, right? So the effect is real simple. You shoot really, 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 really wide, right? And you have you sitting there kind of doing your rap. Not performing, just kind of doing your rap. And then you just do like a really cool cinematic pan in. Or you start panned in and then you pull out.
Yeah.
That's going to be the one tip. If you're shooting it by yourself, you don't got nobody to hold the camera, just throw it on a tripod. Go look at Montel Fish's videos. All of it. And he does more like YouTube stuff, but they all have that, and they're like super cool, super cinematic. So I would say that, and get some good color grades, get some LUTs. And lighting. Like those three things are going to be the most important.
Yeah.
So, and then the gimbal. Fourth would be the gimbal. Somewhere in the, if someone could hold the camera, gimbal is by far the most important piece in the process.
Yeah.
So good stuff, man. Good stuff, Riley. I'm excited you're shooting videos. So many of you guys. And when we first started this, we've seldom got music video submissions, and there's so many of you guys that are doing videos. So props to y'all. All right, we got John with a submission. It's loading up right now. It's crazy the era that we live in, man. You could do so much with so little in freaking 2020. Am I really good enough? It's a good hook. All right, here we go. Just reinvented this beat today. All right. New beats, though. Yo, John, this is dope. I like that you're revisiting beats and fattening them up. I think that's super smart. I'd say this needs some type of master bus compressor or glue, hard limiter, master bus compressor, soft limiter, something just to kind of glue it up just a hair. But other than that, the knock on it is dope. The beat is dope. The arrangement is dope. The drum rolls. I like the 808. I like everything you did on it. Just from a mixing standpoint, tweak something in the final master just to kind of glue it just a hair.
Okay, for sure. I have a compressor on there.
What are you producing?
What's up?
What do you produce on?
I produce on Logic.
Okay. Well, you do have a compressor on there on the master bus?
Yeah, it's on the master track.
Okay.
Yeah, and I set it to like, there's a video you sent me a while back, and I set it to those settings, and I just kind of leave it like that. I set it as the default, and then I put a limiter on there. But I mean, I put it through Lander as well. That's the Lander version.
Dope.
So I mean, should I maybe put this track like in Logic and then put a compressor on there?
No, don't do that. Take this version and just let the hard limiter or the compressor just slap it a little harder, just so that it's just a tad bit more glued. So what you would change is you would lower the threshold either on the hard compressor or on the limiter, and then run it through Lander and just see how that sounds. Or better yet, try the louder version of Lander and try the 3. You know how Lander got the 3 different versions.
Okay.
Try the
middle version.
Yeah, try the louder version and see how that one sounds.
Okay.
Experiment with that.
Good.
And then they also have the open. What is it? Open, warm, something.
Yeah, it's like warm or.
Yeah.
There's balanced.
Mm-hmm. Try messing with those different ones too. Which one is this? This is balanced or is this open?
Yeah, this is just balanced, right? Everything's in the middle.
Try doing open or try doing warm and see how those sound.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very subtle. Awesome. It's very minor. Yeah, it's very minor, but it's all in all, this is one of the best beats you've done. I'm pumped, man.
Thank you.
Good job. All right, guys. That is John. We got a few more submissions, folks, that we're not able to pull up. Basil, I think is my brother's name. All right. Do 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 do. All right, here we go.
Yeah. WMG.
I'm from the trenches, I speak for the people, don't care about no Grammy. Labels, they want me to sign, well I wonder how much can they lend me. Shawty be tripping, but Louis, they Gucci, they Prada, they Fendi. She high maintenance. All friends, they say I got an attitude. Ain't no need to pretend. How you hate on a cake? Wasn't with me in the gym, but I'm the one who changed up. How? Attitude. Ayy. Shawty want me to commit. Imagine me wifing a bitch. Yeah, tried it before and got played. I guess it just is what it is. Yeah, niggas be chasing the cloud. Niggas don't wanna be rich. Ay, know that you made it when down in the rich. It's regular shit. Ay, finna get with you. Rapping and pass that shit down on my cave. Ay, all of my niggas gon' eat. I promise we all gonna live. Ay, if it don't work, I just back to this crease. I'ma hit me a lick. Ay, yo, they want you to pop till you actually pop. Then they switch till they flip. I'm from the trenches, I speak for the people, no care.
Yo, Basil, I've heard this record before. I like this record a lot. I feel like what this record needs is a much better mix. This just sounds really rough and thrown together. So I think you got to really find the right engineer that works in your software and get the effects right, get the compression right, get your vocals to sound nice and wet. They sound super dry and kind of in my face. So I would just tweak those things a little bit. And it's going to require like you getting the right engineer so that it could sound a bit more professional. The song is fire. The song is fire, but it's not, the mix is not. The mix is not fire at all. So get some good mixing on it. All right, next up we got the homie Alcott. Said the earlier version of this track a few months ago when it only had one verse. I've since added a second verse and made it more complete. Dope.
Yeah. When did my face become infamous? Where is you placing your emphasis? Ain't been this way from the genesis. Now you keep playing my nemesis. I know that you thought about ending this. Weigh up the cost and the benefits. Is this a loss of your innocence? Or has this always been imminent? let it sit. Like, give it a minute. All I wanna know is, could you really forget it? If you're so sure, why you looking so timid? Is it really love if you give it a limit? And if so, why was it limited? Lied up a little bit, got us solicited, but you never be listening. And looking for answers is cancerous. And the question is whether or not it's legitimate. Cause I shouldn't have to ask. But your body language singing different tunes, so your whole message gets misconstrued. Every time you say I've been missing you, so I'm never. Woo, yeah, look, reciprocate. Yeah, shouldn't be much when I ask you reciprocate. Breaking my heart till it finally disintegrate. Making your mark on my soul when you get away. Playing the part this whole time though you been a fake. Innovate ways to appease me just briefly, cause you find it pleasing and find your pain needy. So tease me until I'm believing in character traits that are scarce in your face. I forget what I'm seeing. Oh, look. Okay, so you wanna take it slow, make the foundation unshakable, but you open up so occasional, you emotionally unavailable. And I hate the moments when you shut me out. I've been trying to grow up, but you calm me down, and I got a lot to say, so shut your mouth. All the dominating conversations you've been doing, think it's time I say this. Hope you got the patience to hear me out and let me speak my mind. I'm probably not persuasive, but it's way past the point to take back the choice you made. That's devoid of any consideration of somebody that ain't you, in need of a breakthrough. You promised me that you don't really want me to hate you, but you hold me though. I think I might just be losing it. I don't know where the confusion is. Soon as I need you, then you disappear like illusionists due to the mood you in. I'ma just keep to my distance. You say I'm spewing that foolishness.
A reverb is dope.
Reciprocate. I think I might just be losing it. Reciprocate.
Yo, that's a really fun, easy hook to do. That I think if when you do kind of more like lyrical rap, we overthink the hook sometimes and we get stuck. But the way he did that is he had a cool melodic part and then he had the release of just like reciprocate. So very well done. Hey, I got Sir Blackness here. Chris A. Sorry, boss, I didn't know you were Chris A. in the daggone Patreon, man. Bats just told me. I feel awful. You've been here forever, man. So my fault. But I got your record right here. We're gonna get into it.
18, under, rise,
Now you know I'm on the rise and ain't no surprising why they say they out of service, don't have Verizon. I don't need a test of waters, this ain't an island. More sugar in my punch, sugar in its priming. Only live by the spirit, there's only one I can cure it. Real facts, not a lyric, you like a pivot, not a home but I'll visit. Cool beans, bunch of chicken, be back in a minute. Don't wanna follow the trends, don't wanna pretend. Is life gonna be this way? All I wanted was friends. Transparent with comparison. Need you to see the medicine. You a jewel like you Edelman. On thin ice, Nancy Kerrigan. Yes, I'm American. Top with the arrogance, gotta cause it with some skeletons. This is embarrassing. Man, I'm new or lean on Christ, that's a pelican. Grab life by the root. I just live by the fruit. Die deadly is the group. I look to aim, but I shoot. Darkness comes around me. I don't really need a pride. Step into my office like I'm Dwight.
I don't do this for the show. Lace off, then I glow. Hit the milli in the wall. Oh, got that shine down in my soul. So set me up, I go. 18 got that afterglow.
I don't do this for the show. Lace off, then I glow. Hit the milli in the wall. I got that shine down in my soul. So set me up, I go. 18 got that afterglow.
Future bright, shine like solar. Wisdom all up in my mouth.
Is that Coop on the second verse? Yo, I like this record a lot. I think I don't know if this is the final mix. I think what this could have used, in my opinion, is the auto-tune being freaked a little different with a bit more reverb and different settings on the auto-tune. But that's more like a mixing thing. I think you did your thing on it. I think it's a cool vibe. I think the beat is dope. Top to bottom is a solid record. Whoever mixed this could have, I think, gone the extra mile. When you did your parts, did you do it with the auto-tune in your headphones?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So which kind of auto-tune are you using?
It's a Melodyne. I don't know if it's Melodyne or something like that.
Melodyne, huh? Okay.
I'm not for sure.
Okay.
I didn't mix it myself.
Got you.
Somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I think the auto-tune to me just I don't know if it's Melodyne. It sounds like Anterius, but
it might not be.
It doesn't matter. I just feel like the mix on the auto-tune could have been a little like drippier. You know what I'm saying? It could have had some more effects on it. They could have finessed it a bit better in terms of the speed of it. that's really it. Like that's really my only gripe with it is I just think the mix could have been stronger. It's not a bad mix. It's just not it's not like a progressive forward mix. You know what I mean? And specifically with the vocal change. So that would have been my only feedback is like a bit more reverb on your vocal, freaking the auto tune a little differently, maybe trying a different auto tune, and that's really it. He said, Conscious said yes, technique is everything in tuning. Yeah, Conscious is really good with Antirius, and he has a couple of different ones that he uses, and so that's just something to think about. Is like whoever's mixing and making sure you guys really go the extra mile and nail like a unique auto tune sound that's unique to you with the sequence of if you're using flanger, a little bit of flanger, a little bit of chorus, right, a little bit of the right reverb, the right echo. That's really it. Other than that, I think it's really fire.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good stuff, man. Sorry I have you waiting in here so long, bro. I
You're
feel
good,
awful,
man. You're good.
You're a patient brother, bro. You one patient dude. Hop in Sunday night. We do the regular Zoom call Sunday night, so be sure to hop in that. And that's just kind of all just talking. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
Good
Thank
stuff,
you,
man. Glad you're here, brother.
Thank you.
All right, we got the homie Emmanuel.
Hey, yeah. How you seeing me? It's all me. I'ma see the daylight time in my fatally. Love me with it bleed. Need your loving. Ain't no better for you. Hey, ain't no better for you. Better. Tell me what is better. Tell me. You can't tell me. Hey. I be looking for my father like every day. What you doing in my life? I need your love, yeah. Help me see that you need me, man, I love you, yeah. Help me get it that you see it, cause I understand who you are. I need a love like talk about you. Cause you are everything I need, like love like you. Help me be how you just be everything like you just do. Ain't no better for me, yeah. Can you tell me better? Can you tell me better? Tell me better, who's better for me when he broke five for me? He be loving me, then I be loving back like B. I need how you want no love, like girl like talk about love, right? Girl like talk about you love me, I need that like love, right? Gotta love you every day, I'ma see you every week. I need to love you, yeah. I'ma see you with you, yeah. Hey, you know I stick to you, cause you told me to. I be how you do, I can't. Help me get it how you need. You like do it too. Just stick to that like time my mind for the love like he be with you, man. I bro like I be seen it in that time about loving with you, man. I need that love like time about he be loving me like girl like I be wanting, I be wanting, I be seeing your love like you be loving me so bad.
That cadence is crazy.
I be getting it with you, man. I need like time about that. I be needing you, cause I know your grace is fat. I'ma get it how you do. I know you big that. Yeah. Can you tell me better? Can you tell me better? You can't tell me better. Who's better? Can you tell me better? Can you tell me better? You can't tell me better. Who's better? Can you tell me better? Can you tell me better? You can't tell me better. Who's better? Can you tell me better? Can you tell me better? You can't tell me better. Who's better?
Yo, that joint is dope, bro. I like you over this like darker production, and I think the cadences are really cool. Like the faster cadences you were sitting on that was super fire. I like it. I like it a lot. Super wavy. I feel like maybe you could have used this tad bit more reverb just to make the vocal a little more like floaty. You know what I'm saying? Make it like float more. Other than that, I think this joint is really, really dope. Like it's like the sound you're developing, especially when you produce your own stuff. I feel like every time you do it, it just gets better and better and more progressive, man. So I mess with it, bro.
I wanted to ask you. I know I'm not like on a level where like I have a lot of listeners, but as far as my place right now, I'm thinking about taking not a break, but like just maybe going like putting out songs that I put out this year, and like moving, like trying to feel another vibe. You know what I'm saying? Say
that one more time. You cut out for a second. You said you were thinking about taking a break, but putting out songs. I lost you right there.
Well, I've been putting out songs every Friday.
Okay.
And then sometimes Sunday.
Okay.
And I feel like I need to like maybe just from you being a listener. Should I continue going or should I like put out what I've put out now and then go and then kind of fill a new season?
That's a good. Okay, I feel what you're saying. So here's the thing: you got to first and foremost assess your mental and spiritual health. Do you feel burnt out? Do you feel tired? Right? Because you do put out music fairly regularly. How many weeks has it been that you've been putting out something every single week?
Since January.
Okay, so the full year of stuff, right? Which, if you feel like you don't have a ton of momentum or like the numbers aren't growing, then it's okay to say, let me hit pause, let me regroup, let me figure out what I want to do. The thing about putting out a lot of records is
at the same time, I've been listening to you guys, and I want to put that to emphasis, and I don't want to like. But the thing is, I don't want to take time and then like lose a momentum because I don't have one, but I have seen more views than I usually see them. So it's like if I stop, like is that going to stop? But if I come back with actual music that's more thought of.
Here's what I think. I don't think it's the music. I think you got to take an assessment of the best records you've done and come back and like take a break, get refreshed. If you feel like you're just like, man, I'm kind of burnt out or I've put out a lot of stuff, I'm tired. Assess the best songs, then come back with visuals for those songs. And then try new visual. And that maybe you take a month off, get the equipment in order, learn to edit, practice, mess around, right? Get it where it's where it's good enough, right? Where it's on the level of kind of like what Bats is doing and what Bartholomew Jones is doing. And then come back and say, okay, cool, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do these songs that say you drop 50 songs this year, or I don't know, let's just call it 30 songs this year. Okay, out of these 30, these 5 perform the best. Let me come back with visuals for some of these, right? And then maybe you go between dropping a visual for an older song or a new song with a visual. I feel like if you did that, then ran actual Instagram ads and toned in ads, that's going to be better to get your numbers going.
Okay. All right. And I'm listening.
I know you are, because you're getting better. That's the dope part about doing music, is that your music's always getting better. But I feel like your music's at a point now where you just need the visuals, bro. That's it. You just need the visuals. You don't need nothing else but like really quality visuals and budgeting some money and putting some money up for some ads. You know what I'm saying? And slowly letting that be passively always running, and then it'll start clicking. Slowly but surely it'll start clicking for you.
Okay. And I'm serious. I'm gonna take this time to put more effort in the visual part.
There you go. That might be the missing piece. Emmanuel, guys. It's Emmanuel.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. I think that's the last submission. That's the last submission. Usually we'd get out of here on a freestyle. I'm exhausted today, if I'm honest with you guys. This is longer, but I think we got some good stuff out of there. We're going on 4 hours. If you guys are here, man, thank you so much for being here. Remember to hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. I go live pretty much every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I'm trying to crack 100,000 subs, so help me get that trophy. Never got a trophy as a kid. Can you believe it? Never got a single trophy as a kid. You can help me get my first trophy. How? By hitting the subscribe button and telling a friend to tell a friend. We got all kinds of cool videos you'll appreciate on this channel. My man Conscious said we gonna run it back. We ain't running nothing back. I'm gonna go run some sleep back. All right. If y'all want to partner with what we're doing, tell a friend to tell a friend. That's always dope. You can join a channel member like my man CJ Lucy just did. Appreciate you, brother. Or consider joining our Patreon. I'll probably be live tomorrow on a private stream working on some more music. I did a stream today for the channel members and the Patreon working on music. Appreciate you guys, man. I really mean it. You guys are amazing. Road to 100K. Let's get it.